someone's going to find it.
You know what?
There's like
someone's trash is another man's treasure. There's
Temu, there's
that.
eBay, there's free pickup Thursdays or whatever it is that there's always something that you don't want that someone else is going to go, that's perfect.
There's the couch on the yard. Still looks good. Free, haul it away.
Oh man, it's only been there 3 weeks. It's probably fine, right?
It's probably fine. It hasn't rained that much.
No. And you know what? Getting a couch like that would be fantastic in the winter for going down ski hill. Just put some freaking snowboards on it, get 3 guys, and just slide down sipping on a beer.
Well,
how Canadian can you get?
You're not wrong. I think that the free couch on the lawn is not a... When did that become a thing? Because as a kid, I don't ever remember there being free stuff left on yards. Like, we didn't just chuck stuff.
But when we were young, like I remember getting my first couch, okay? And like that wasn't a good couch, okay? It was not a good couch, but it was cheap and it was mine, okay?
Right.
And I used that thing for, I don't know, about 5 or 6 years before it was just too far gone, okay? And I ended up selling it on, I think it was eBrandon for like $50. And the person who picked it up was just ecstatic about it. I was like, okay, like, give her, man, like, have fun.
Well, I think that...
So somebody, he wanted it. He thought it was a great deal. And me, I was like, I got to get rid of this thing.
It's a great deal for somebody.
Give it away. It's like, if you give it away, it has no value, right?
But here's the thing. If you've used it up, if you have had that for years and its value has been paid for,
you taken everything.
You could give it away. You know what? It's funny. I was talking about, they say you got to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
And I've heard this with in real estate, where you have
that guy specializes in promoting Twitch channels.
That's guy. Nice. Hey, that guy. How you doing?
How do you pronounce his name?
You should be able to read that backwards and forwards and upside down.
It says number 39.
You could say it. You could say wonton. I wouldn't know the difference.
I wouldn't know the difference either. So,
what is that? What language is that?
I'm going to say it's probably Chinese.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm not saying you. I'm just surprised that you don't, because you know a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, surprise. Yeah, that's good. So,
no, that conversation of making money or spending money to make money, and here's the thing: if you in your home, if you decided, hey, I'm going to put a $30,000 kitchen in.
Yeah.
Does that mean that your house just went up by 30 grand?
Not at all.
No.
But your debt might have gone to 30 grand though.
Yeah. And I tell people it's you got to remember, there's something that you didn't do that for you. Or you didn't do that for somebody else. You did it for you.
Yeah.
It costs money to enjoy this shit. Like, just enjoy it.
Okay.
But
so okay, you're a real estate guy. Here's a thought. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question because you're a real estate guy, so you kind of know that stuff, because, we've been in our house 9-10 years, I think, which, surprisingly doesn't give you as much equity at that point as people like to think it does, right? Unless you really do a little shuffling around, right? But we're also looking at going, wow, our kitchen is falling apart.
So do it. So build yourself a nice kitchen.
And that's the thing. Do you want to build a kitchen? Because, like your kids are the same age as mine. So, we're 11 and 13, right? Mm-hmm. So how many more years will you have in this house? Or are you going to stay in your place for, indefinitely?
You could die in your house. You could live there till you're dead. Why?
Right, potentially, or will we downsize? Right, that's the question. So, if we're like, we don't know what we're going to do in the future. So, should you spend a good chunk of money getting a nice kitchen, or hold back and IKEA the shit out of it?
Well,
right.
My advice is this. You know what? I'll put it this way. Why did the boomers win with real estate?
Oh yeah, so, we've said that
but
before.
But
number one is they didn't die. Number two, they didn't move.
Yeah, so they stayed put. They bought a house, and they lived in it. They just lived there. As soon as you got some equity, like as soon as you have $50,000 worth of equity, you don't go bouncing into $100,000 or more a home.
Correct. Yeah.
So if you are where you are, but here's the question. If you decide to downsize, and downsizing means paying almost what you're going to sell your house for, what's the point?
Yeah. Yes.
Because you're not going to downsize
that's a scary
in grade.
reality.
Yeah, you're not going to downsize in grade. You're going to downsize in size, possibly. And your house isn't massive. It's just got a lot of good space. What happens when the girls come back for Christmas?
Yeah. They can get a hotel room.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying, like, here's the thing. I was talking to my mom about this, and she's like, well, maybe a condo. I'm like, well, here's the thing, Mom. To buy a condo, that the standard that you're living in now, you'd be spending what your house is probably worth. And you might end up with
unreal.
It's just the way it is. But the reason that I feel that the boomers won is because they bought their house, they lived in that house. There was no need to move unless you had to move. And if you want a kitchen, you know what? Spend 30 G's or whatever. Do something to your kitchen instead of spending another 150 to get a house that just has a nicer kitchen, but the rest of the house might not be what you want.
Yeah. On the other hand, a lot of our house needs a lot of work too. So, okay, answer this. Why is it then you can get a good sized house, okay, which you own the property, own the building, own the land, okay, but then you go and get a condo of which you do not own the building, you only own the interior.
That's what you don't know,
right?
That condo is a corporation. You own part of the corp, which is the entirety of everything. So you do indeed own your percentage of that building.
Own a share. And that's why you have to follow the rules of the condo corp.
Yes. So for the most part, within the four walls of your condo, do whatever you want, within reason.
Right.
Outside, everybody gets together and decides, okay, do we want to do this? Are we going to do this? Should we be, you have boards and you decide on stuff. Yeah. So you do own it. You just control this part is yours to do. Right.
Okay.
But the entirety is up to the collective. It's like the board.
But then why is it the value of them is so high? Is it just because of the current cost of building?
It's the current, which condos? Which ones are you talking about? The $650,000 one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, we know those are pretty high end. They've got a lot of goods in them. They got the parking lot, the underground parking, and all those sort of things, right? So I get it. There's
so you're paying for what you're getting. So
if you were to get something that was comparable in year and size, it still would it be a comparable cost?
Is a 2x4 the same price at Home Depot this year as it was last year?
No.
So your building costs are there. Actually, so the materials to build it, are different. You have different fire ratings. Obviously, in a building where there's a bunch of people, it's not the same. So your costs are higher. You have things like your fire suppression systems that are not just your garden hose,
more commercial grade, right?
So there's you're comparing apples to oranges.
That's fair.
See, I know some things.
That's fair. So would you live in a condo then?
Would I live in a condo? Yeah. Yep, I would. 100%. If I didn't enjoy my yard, if I didn't have toys, if I didn't want to pull the boat into the driveway, the motorcycle in the garage, have all the things, sure, I'd live in a condo. But I have things and I enjoy more space. Okay. Right. If you were a snowbird that lived here part-time and you didn't really need all the shit that you've collected over the years and you can downsize some stuff, maybe get a condo and do that. It depends if your house is all home. I think a mobile home is the best value per square foot you will find in a home. And I lived in one for 15 years.
So why are there not more of them?
There's lots of them.
Yeah.
But where do you stick them? So now you got to build a park, right?
Right. So now you're ready to bylaws and everything. Yeah, zoning and everything, right? But if we're having such a housing crisis,
then if I was on council or part of the city decision makers, if you actually want affordable housing, then what you do is you open up a mobile home park somewhere, zone some land for it, get someone to run it, and let people buy things for $200,000 and live there for the next 20 years and be happy. But you're not collecting taxes on that because you pay your lot rent and that's it. You don't pay city taxes when you live in a mobile on a park. The park pays the
Park owner
taxes
does, yeah.
on the entirety of it. But what are they paying for? They're paying for some services and not the collected value of the homes on there because they don't own them. So the city makes jack. If the city cared, they would say, yeah, we're going to do this and we're not going to make a lot of money on the taxes of it.
Yeah.
But you think they're going to do that?
Well, I mean, there's the thing, you know, they took a little bit of a washout over on Brookwood there, right? So,
well, here's the thing: if you're
for
going to
tax-wise
do
concerns,
right, but if you're going to do, if it was a matter of caring about like, can people afford to live?
yeah,
First of all, you have to find a developer who wants to build affordable homes.
right.
How many? Like, if you're a developer, do you want to build 3 really inexpensive homes or 2 expensive homes? And have your name attached
Really
to the
decent
most
ones,
beautiful
yeah.
homes in town. Yeah. So what's the answer? I don't know. I find a field, put some services to it, open up a mobile home park, and let people move in their units and have efficiency, excellent square footage, nice big kitchens, nice big dining rooms,
Yeah.
decent sized bedrooms, and a little yard to call their own. And I've had people, because whenever I'm dealing with people and they're looking at first homes, it's I always pepper in a couple mobiles.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the same thing from people. It's like,
yeah,
I don't own the dirt. I'm like, so what? What are you gonna do with the dirt? Were you planning on?
I mean, let's get serious. You know, how do you really own the dirt? If they really wanted the land, they would take it. They would buy from you.
Ego's a bitch, man. If you think that if you had $250,000 budget, you're gonna buy either a 100-year-old home at about 670, 800 square feet, if you're lucky, in the core, or buy yourself a mobile that is efficient and in a nice little neighborhood, its own little area of town, and that's it.
Yep.
So
that's fair.
So I feel like an absolute pig today, man. I had a weakness. I decided I was going to barbecue, which is fine, but I did burgers. Oh.
You ate everything?
I did burgers. I ate everything. And then as everybody's food digested, we went to Dairy Queen.
Did you now?
Yeah. Guess what's on sale?
Must be the Blizzards.
The Peanut Butter Parfait.
Excellent.
And the small Blizzards are $3.99.
We didn't hit Dairy Queen yet. We have not been there yet. We hit Twisters.
You haven't gotten a Blizzard in a Blizzard yet? Come on.
Not yet. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Blizzards. Well, I like the little one because the other ones I find just way too much.
The Peanut Butter Parfait could be a gallon and I would eat it. Like, it's just, that's a weakness for me. Like, to me, it tastes like an
easier spoon. Yeah, that's fair. Eat More. Is that something they still have even?
Eat More is the only bar that I will buy, man.
Because there's so many bars that have been starting to die off, like those Cherry Blossoms, you know, which were like an essential thing for like the baby boomer generation, right? And now they're dying off.
Good. They're not good. No, I've had 3 in my life. Bo loved them just as they were becoming extinct. And
too late, kid.
It was a peanut filled chocolate shell surrounding a maraschino cherry. Like, you're not going to drive and eat that, I'll tell you that right now.
No.
It's the worst thing to eat while driving.
The worst thing to eat?
Well,
yeah, you know, there's a couple things you probably shouldn't mention.
Tacos. But we don't want to try to eat a taco while driving.
Yeah. Clams, you wouldn't want to eat clams
either. Soup would be tough.
Ramen.
Soup would be tough. You could probably do it.
Don't you have a little? You know what?
Don't they have that in Japan or in China where they have the isn't there like a little holder for your noodles?
Yeah, big enough for cup holder that expands big enough for your noodles. Yeah, I've actually got that. I've got that in my truck.
Of course you do. It's a Honda.
Yeah, of course, comes standard, right?
And a rice steamer in the and a rice steamer in the console
in there. Yeah. Oh, you know what the worst thing? There's a video I saw on YouTube. It was one of the worst things. It was like this wealthy family driving down the street, and they've got a fondue that they're all cooking with in the car, and they hit a big bump, and it's all screaming like ah.
It's okay. Now fondue it must be a French word. It sounds fancy, but fondue seems like a very Caucasian kind of thing to do. It's like, is there anything whiter than a fondue? Like having friends over to eat a cheese
fondue, maybe, yeah,
and chocolate fondue.
It's pretty French. But like you get like a lot of the other cultures, they'll use hot pots and stuff, right? And those are pretty
True.
good.
What do you
It's
think is
kind
the
of the
most
same thing.
redneck? Since we're going to go off track before we get on track, what do you think the most
Yeah.
redneck? What's the most lowbrow food you'll eat? Like it's just shit, but you'll eat it. You're not proud of yourself. You like it. Nobody else does.
Okay, so like there's this Chinese stuff, okay, and this is actually an interesting story. It's called fried days, okay, and it comes in a
Okay.
can, and you have to, you know, open it up just like you would like a tin can, right? And it's
Yeah.
basically deep fried fish. It's the burnt husk of a fish with black beans in it. It's all deep fried, okay, and
Uh-huh.
that you open it up and you cook it on rice. And you know, if you're Asian, the stuff is like crack cocaine, right? Because it's just like, oh my god, it's so good. My kids and my wife are horrified if I make it. Okay,
Like
now
Coca-Cola back in the 40s.
pretty much. Now here's the funny part. This is the terrible part. A few years ago, it got outlawed because there was some sort of preservative that was like essentially causing cancer. Okay,
What's that stuff you guys like? The really
I don't
salty
know.
stuff?
I don't know.
D
It's
DMT. What do you put in your foods?
MSG.
Yeah, MSG, DMT.
Yeah. Oh, it's got MSG in that everywhere. DMT is something different, but now you can get it again, but they don't have the preservative, and we all swear it doesn't taste the same. It doesn't taste as good.
Who else swears that?
Like all the Chineses.
The Chinese is. I've never heard of that stuff. I've never seen that stuff. I'm
Yeah.
also allergic to fish. So
Yeah,
you're
so
telling me
I
that
won't give it to you.
so they burn a fish and they
Fry it, yeah.
stuff its crispy corpse with beans,
Black beans and oil. Yeah.
and this is good.
Oh, it's delicious. It's stupid, man. I don't understand it. Why? I don't understand why.
I don't know.
It's one of those you had to be there sort of things. It's like, come on, like you guys eat like head cheese or whatever the hell that stuff is, right?
That's just
Or
head cheese is just preserved pork. It's just in its
Yeah.
own. Have you ever made a roast?
This is just preserved fish.
No,
Yeah,
you
same
cremated
thing.
it and then wrapped it around
Same
beans.
thing.
I'm
No,
talking
cremate,
about
it's
head.
deep fried. Deep fried makes everything better.
Here's the thing: head cheese
Everything
is.
better.
Have you ever made a roast?
Yes.
Okay, and at the bottom of the roaster pan, there's that like jelly that happens.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's all that is, but it's cooked and skimmed till it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
And that's
I
what the
usually
pork
throw
is.
that out. I usually don't eat that stuff.
Oh, we do shots of that stuff. It's so good.
Yeah, I bet you would anyways, right? So
I would.
with
We eat a lot
with
of
a
stuff
little
that's a little
Goldschlager
off.
or Jaeger or something, eh? So I mean, every culture eats something that's a little bit weird because you come from places where you're realistically you're dealing with generations of poverty, right? Peasant food,
We, dude, we were that, right?
right? I mean,
You
like
ate cheap.
that's just what it was. It was
Hey,
just
Jody.
like a
See,
lot of the stuff is just peasant food.
vinegar and salt. That's how we ate it. Absolutely. And it's
Yep,
delicious.
give her, just give her. But like a lot of these things are based around the fact that people were just eating whatever they had left over, right?
Here's what we didn't have. We didn't have leftovers. Like we had leftovers,
Yeah.
but you never threw it
Yeah.
away ever.
Well,
And
how many
I'm
people
guilty of that at
now?
home.
How
Okay?
many people will not eat leftovers nowadays at all?
I knew a grown
Right?
man that wouldn't eat leftovers. Like he wouldn't eat yesterday's pizza. Like grow
Yeah.
up. Have you never been hungry? Is that the problem?
Yesterday's pizza is the best pizza. That's the best way to
Yesterday's
have a pizza.
lasagna is the best lasagna too.
That is fair.
The-
There's a lot of foods I think would fall in that category best ever if you wait 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that there are a lot. Again, have people never gone without that they can throw away
Yeah.
piles of food?
Oh,
I mean, I'm the guy that when we have leftovers, and it's usually leftover Wednesday or leftover Thursday.
Yeah.
That's the leftover
Yeah.
extravaganza here, and I'll eat the oldest food in the fridge. I'm like, what's the oldest meat we've got in here? And I'll look at it like,
Stay still.
it has to be this. I don't
Yeah.
smell it. I would rather be surprised later that it was a bad choice than smell it. And be like, I regret this now. I'd rather regret it later.
Well, you might really regret a few things. So, I've
It's a good way to drop a couple pounds.
I've never eaten food that had made me sick, like leftovers that made me sick. Never once.
I remember I had like food poisoning once, and it was from gas station soup. So it was a restaurant at a gas station, and I remember I ate that, and we got not far from there, and it was gone out the car.
Asian food is like dogs, you know, where they the wizard fingers, right?
Wizard fingers. If you let them roll around long enough, they're like wizard fingers.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: we eat and we eat well, but we really eat 3 things. 4 if you eat fish. People here eat what? Chicken, pork, and beef.
Chicken, pork, beef, and some fish. But there's the thing when it comes to fish. Why is it hard to get fish in Manitoba?
It's not hard. I used to fish all the time.
But I mean, like, if you were to go to the store and get like fresh fish.
Oh, because people don't buy it. So why would they stock it? Because they're gonna throw it
up.
But
it's like, why do people not buy it? How many lakes are around this area? Like, fresh fish is great.
Well, I'm sure it is, and I wish I could eat it, but I'm allergic to it, so it would cause some death.
Instead, we buy, salmon or shrimp or tilapia from Asia.
I can eat shrimp, actually. I can eat shellfish.
Yeah. You probably just don't enjoy it very much, though.
I love shellfish.
Oh,
love
really?
I shrimp, crab, lobster.
Is it the fear of death, too?
No. Why would I buy pickerel? I can get it from Lake. See, there's the thing. Evan's got a good point. It's like saying, why would I buy beef if I can go shoot a deer? Well, I can go shoot a deer, but lots of people won't go through the work of catching, killing, cleaning the animal.
Cleaning it and everything else.
Yeah. So like it's
reality. Yeah. There's a big reality. A lot of people don't fish.
Right. But there's a lot of people. Here's the thing. Again, when we talk about, and what we're going to be getting into is how our needs versus our wants. Everybody wants this, but they need food. You need real food. Yep. And the funny thing is, the more real food you eat, the less shit you're going to want because you're just satisfied longer. I probably saved, and it's been November, December, January. I probably saved $1,000 already in meat from that deer that I shot this year. And that's just on ground. Yeah. Because we eat a lot of ground, big tacos and all that stuff. So, am I willing to eat a wild animal? Yes. Yes, I am. And I bet you there's going to be a lot of people starting to do that as things get tighter and they can't put their Starbucks down.
Yeah. I just, my wife and I just actually got our PAL licenses.
Nice.
We went and did our tests. We just did our tests on Sunday last week.
Yeah. You going to come? You want to go do some shooting?
Yeah. That'd be fun.
I've got a lot of guns.
Lots of guns. Excellent.
I got lots. Like the Matrix, we need guns, lots of them. I just a lot of hunting rifles, right? So I've got that, shotguns, all that stuff. I've got a clay thrower.
Yeah.
So we can fling the clays up in the air and shoot them with a shotgun.
Yeah. Very nice.
So,
very nice.
You let me know. Gage wants to go shooting. We'll go to the range and
very cool.
Let's
do it. What was it? There was a show. What was? Oh God! There was a show. There was a good gun quote with Rutger Hauer. But what was it? I think it was called Split Second.
What about Cold Dead Hands?
No. It's Split Second. It's like, so it's with Rutger Hauer, and it's basically a Predator knockoff. Okay, but it's fantastic. Okay. It's about this burnt out cop who's hunting down this alien. He picks up another newbie officer, and like nobody believes him that it's a freaking alien. And then finally, the newbie cop sees it's a freaking alien. And he starts freaking out, and they go get big guns to go hunting it. And they pull out like fully automatic shotguns, and he's looking and he goes, "Nice, not fucking big enough." It's like, oh, what do you mean not big enough? You could take a tank down with that thing. So it's just great quotes from a crazy early 90s movie.
Well, 90s movies had the best, really had the best everything. And the moment of silence for Chuck.
That's tough.
Norris.
It's that. What does that tell you about 2026?
Tell you what, if 2026 can take out Chuck, like I text you back. I'm like, they tried to use the paddles on him, and they had an 80-mile blackout. Like Chuck Norris was ridiculously good. Was he that great? Were his movies awesome? Yeah. No, you knew what you were watching whenever you watched.
Yeah, they were exactly what you would expect.
It was like a Van Damme movie. You know what you're gonna get.
Like you're not getting high theater, but you get what you get. You get what was Missing in Action? Was that his first one?
Yeah, no, I remember Lone Wolf McQuade.
Oh yeah, okay.
I remember my dad.
Did he do?
Not enough. But I remember when I was a kid,
he fought Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee died.
Well, that's what you get for fighting Chuck Norris,
right?
But I had, I remember when I was a kid, my dad had Lone Wolf McQuade. We watched this. I don't know when that was released. If you're looking it up, tell me when Lone Wolf McQuade was.
Yeah, I got right, 1983.
So I would have been 7. And I remember seeing this movie. It was a rental, right? They were all rentals, I'm sure, at that point.
Yeah.
And I still remember he had, I want to say it was a Blazer or a Jimmy that he drove. Yeah. And they buried him alive in his truck. And he fired this thing up, cracked a beer, and like turned on his turbo or whatever it was, and this truck just drove out of the ground. And it was the coolest thing that I had seen back in the day, because I was 7 and I didn't know anything.
Yeah. One of the first ones I saw with him, I think it was Invasion USA, I think.
Yep.
And that's the first time I saw Uzis. And it was like, oh my God, what are those things?
I'm not sure if Uzis were really used by the military. It doesn't
not the American military as much. I think they were Israeli or something.
It sounds about right.
Like why? It's about tracks.
It just feels like it's a 9mm. It's, as Arnold would have said, a 9mm Uzi.
Yeah, yeah. It is Israeli. Yeah.
It was. Right. It was a Bruce Lee.
Who designed it?
And the opening scenes was both of them. It was called Game of Death.
Yeah.
So Ronnie's got it.
Yeah.
Who designed them?
There was a guy whose name was actually Uzi. Major Uziel Gal. Yeah. Uziel Gal.
Where was he from? From Germany by chance?
Israel. It's Israel.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
For the IDF. So exports over 90 countries. Open bolt, blowback, operated submachine guns, and machine pistols. So,
I mean, it'd be cool to pull the trigger and dump the clip, but I don't think it'd be a very accurate thing to have, because the barrel's like that. It's a handgun.
I don't really think so.
If you could have any gun from any movie, what would it be? I already know which one I want. Can't be a laser. Can't be a laser. Any firearm from any movie. Yeah. Can't be a laser
what gun. Kind of firearm? I don't know. I really don't know. I could. You tell me.
The most iconic handgun I remember seeing in a movie was RoboCop's handgun, because that thing was fully automatic. Yeah.
It was the Delta 9 or so. No, that's Pot.
That's a pot store.
Yeah, Auto 9. Auto 9.
And it just that's the one.
There's one that I always thought was a pretty cool one. It was the old cowboy one, the Colt single action,
50
old
caliber.
School,
money and eggs this year.
50 cal.
Yeah, that would be a
50 cal. There was MythBusters.
You're talking about a 44 Magnum, like a Dirty Harry pistol. Like with you can put your pinky in the barrel? Yeah.
The Colt, I don't think is that how big is that? What caliber is that anyways here?
Oh, sorry, 44 mag.
Oh, runs multiple ones. You can do 45, 44, 38, is 357. So
look up what the Dirty Harry gun was.
That's a 357, isn't it?
357 Magnum? That thing.
Yeah.
There was a guy.
No, sorry. Smith & Wesson Model 29 chambered for the 44 Magnum.
44 Magnum. Yeah. So
most powerful handgun in the world.
A full auto Desert Eagle. There you go. I mean, hey.
Yeah. That was old school.
Gatling gun.
Yeah. Just a
Tommy gun would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
With a round mag. Tommy gun.
Desert Eagle. Those were the weapons that Laura Croft used. Could you imagine Laura Croft using 2 of those things? Like, she weighs like 120.
Yeah, they fire well. There's not a lot of blowback on that thing. Like,
but then she's running and doing acrobatics with them.
That's what everybody does in the shooting.
That's amazing, right?
You know what I find amazing is whenever I watch a cop show where someone's firing at the police and they hide behind the door of their car. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
You will blow, like, with a car door, it'll go through the car door and possibly through the other car door, because it's just a thin piece of tin.
And it's not no stopping power there.
No, but hey, it's they
plot
were
armor.
watching. The girls were watching. Oh, what's that vampire show? They're two brothers. One's a good vampire. One's not a good vampire. Kind of modern. It came out in the 80s, probably a CW type show.
I don't know.
God, they're watching this right now, and these people are going after him, and they load up a gun with it's like a 9 mil clip or magazine, but the bullet is wood. This will slow him down. It's not going to kill him. The stake through the heart. And I look at Kelsey. I go, that thing's going to blow to bits as soon as it fires. Like how
right?
Not very accurate as far as what you guys are trying to pull off there. But hey, whatever.
I mean, hey,
their body would stop and it would be a wood bullet.
Yeah, it's good theater, right?
It's good theater.
It's just for
the fun. Show called. They were watching it when I left.
When it comes to vampires and stuff, and they're this unstoppable creature. You just have to stab it in the heart with a metal stake. Like it kind of would stop everything, don't you think?
It would stop everything. I mean,
But they talk about it's like some major weakness. It's like really stab someone in the heart, they're gonna stop too, right?
Essentially, a large splinter will kill the undead.
Right. It's like okay, I get it, but are they really that unstoppable if they're gonna die just the same way as anyone else?
What would be the worst superpower to have?
The worst superpower.
Like, I think immortality would kind of suck.
Immortality would be bad. You ever seen that the Minutemen? Was it called Watchmen? The Minutemen? What? No. It was the one with no. It was about super. Was it called Minutemen? No,
Mystery Men.
Minutemen. Mystery Men. That's what I'm not
like with Ben Stiller, where he just got real mad.
Ben Stiller. With the bowler with her dad's skull inside the bowling ball.
Yeah, and what was Pee Wee Herman? What was his guy? He was farted.
The spleen.
The spleen.
Yeah, he farted a lot. Yeah.
So
and the bad guy, he had the finger claw, and it was the close up of the camera. He's chasing after Ben Stiller, stabbing at him.
Hey Molly, how's it going? I got some people hanging out. So again, going the leftovers and things that we just throw away, like. We've become such a throwaway. Even our movies are shit. I'll tell you what. I was happy to the theater gave me the movie poster for Psycho Killer, and I have it up next to nobody too. It was cool to be there and to be part of it. However, Kelsey and I went and saw it. Eesh.
Yeah, it's so good.
0% of Rotten Tomatoes. And I can see why.
0%,
dude.
Not good.
Hang on, but here's the bitch of that one. The same writers that did 7 and 8 mm. Okay, the director of Barbarian and Weapons. Like this was no bullshit.
Okay,
they had the skills behind it, but the movie was weak. Malcolm McDowell was in it. Legendary actor.
What?
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell was in it, man.
What do you mean Malcolm McDowell? What? No,
like from A Clockwork Orange.
Oh wow! How did you? Yes. How did you get? What was the budget on
10 mil. They made about 1.2.
Like 9 million must have gone to Malcolm McDowell. Like what the heck? Can you say contractually obligated?
Maybe. It was a Fox movie. It was 20th Century Fox. But I
mean there was Eli Roth.
Eli Roth too, man. Like the girl from Barbarian was the lead in this one. Like no bullshit. It should have been good, but I'm a horror guy.
Right.
And it was weak at best.
Yeah, all the reviews here are just saying it was terrible. Like you kind of had to wonder, like, what happened? Guys.
The story was weak. I don't know. The guy, the killer, like PK, was. It was about a satanic cult, and he was looking for the guy who ran it and killing people along the way, and it was not good. And the dude just stayed in hotels, like he was in. Yeah, it was. Watch it, I guess, if you want. I'm there. Like Kelsey, we're watching, and I'm like, there I am. And then we saw some parts of Brandon, and
yeah, dude, like the director Gavin Polone, first-time director, producing films in the 90s and television 2000s, nominated for 7 Primetime Emmy Awards.
Yeah. Hey,
I mean, the writer, like you said, was Sleepy Hollow 8 mm. 8 mm wasn't very good, though.
But still, Here's the thing.
7 was good.
Cool
though.
to be part of it. But when we watched
Yeah.
it, I'm like, wow, we were the only people in the theater. No shit. But
nobody was there.
no,
I
gotta do a shout out to Landmark because they're cool to give me the movie posters.
Because nobody else wanted it.
No, no, they didn't. So, okay, like there's a thing, and again, we're the whole idea that what we're getting into today, folks. In case the kids are trying to figure out what not the teachers are talking about, but what we're talking about is, have we gotten to the point where the things that were considered to be fancy are now normal, and we can't possibly live without them, but we bitch when the things we need are expensive? Like, again, I think I put in the description. It's like people are bitching about the price of gas, but they got a $10 Starbucks in their hand, and it's going to cost them an extra $3 to fill their tank today. Like, priorities.
So it kind of comes down to the wants tend to be lifestyle enhancers, right? Like you could live without them, but they kind of make life just a little bit more bearable, right? Whereas like luxuries, people talk about luxuries, is kind of like, like the dream, the thing that I would like to have at some point in time.
Okay.
Moving forward, like I would dream of having a Porsche. That's a big luxury. Meanwhile, the wants would be like, I don't know, like a Z350 or something,
Well, I think that we have the what used to be considered to be luxuries have become. It's one thing for an adult to think they need them. When a child says they need them, then we've screwed the society up bad. Like there was a time when a cell phone was a luxury. The only people that had cell phones, they were like in the cars back in the day.
Yeah, the bags.
Or you had to really justify why you owned one. So why do you have a cell phone?
Were they expensive back then?
Yeah. Remember, don't call.
Because I'm trying to think about that. I'm like, what was a monthly plan cost?
They were not cheap, but here's the thing. Remember telling people to call you after 5?
All the time, yeah, because it was free after 5.
They had so many minutes during the day. And texting was brand new. Texting wasn't even a thing.
I remember when I first had the capability to text, and I was like, "Great, I can text," but I have no one I can text.
Nobody was receiving a text, and then that became the norm. Now people don't even talk; they text, and it became like for cell phones to be a need. You don't. You could have a landline. You absolutely could, and that would set some boundaries on people too.
Yep, absolutely.
Can you imagine if
Can you
imagine if people didn't phone you until like people didn't call you at supper time because they knew it was supper time? Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, okay. Here's an even bigger thought. Back in the 90s, say you were hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. And you went out for supper by yourself.
Yep.
You could have been on Mars because nobody could ever find you.
You could enjoy.
You're untouchable.
You can enjoy a meal. Some people still have landlines. If you've seen the yellow pages, they're quite thin, but there is a phone book.
I've got one.
You have a landline?
I've got a landline.
We don't have a landline, so we did get a phone like for the kids to use, and it's a flip phone.
Yeah.
But that's $20 a month, and you've got it's a cell phone. Yeah. But it's there. It's in the house. That's the house phone. I don't even know the number.
Yeah, we have a house phone. Like we've got I know the number because it's my phone now, but I couldn't phone it if I had to.
Do you remembering numbers?
Oh God. Do you remember when Brandon phone numbers were only 5 numbers?
I remember living in Dauphin, and you just had to dial the last 4 numbers. Yeah. I call my grandparents. It's 4476. Ours was 8824.
Like I remember having to just remember phone numbers. Nobody ever said 72 because it was redundant. Every number in Brandon service 72.
It bothers me more than it should that people say 204 730. Like the fact that we're saying the area.
But you have to now.
Why?
Because 431 is also a Manitoba area code.
I don't recognize that as an area code. Nope. I'm a 204 guy.
There were 2 area codes. There were 2 area codes in Manitoba.
Does anybody in Brandon have it 491?
431, I think it is.
Sure, but I don't know anybody that has that. Yeah. And if someone calls me for that,
I've seen them come through our clients. I've seen that come through the business quite a bit.
Okay. I guess that's probably new cell phones.
I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's new ones.
It has to be.
431 area codes for the entire province, including Winnipeg, Brandon, Thompson, introduced in 2012, actually. it's an overlay. So there's a third code that was introduced in 2022, 584.
See, that's just confusing.
So we have 3 area codes.
So
yeah, I didn't know that.
I know that you and I are 4 numbers apart in our cell phone numbers.
Yep.
We were almost neighbors,
weird, isn't it? Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, wouldn't that be weird? Yeah. Have you ever phoned your neighbor?
No. Have you?
No.
Greg, your son has one of those area codes?
The weird numbers. Execute them. Get rid of him.
It's like he's
not really
he's from Alberta or something.
204 nothing. Yeah, exactly. Don't trust him.
Greg learned how to make cowboy hats.
Cowboy hats.
He was at a.
So are you going to be like the guy who does it and puts a gold nail in it?
You could. You can put whatever you want.
A gold nail, so you know who made it, baby.
Have a signature thing.
Like you got to have something cool like that. Yeah.
But
I want a cowboy hat. I would look terrible one. I would look terrible.
No, you wouldn't.
Hat.
Remember,
I'm a terrible cowboy.
You've seen High Noon. Is it High Noon? No.
I've got Shanghai
Noon.
I've got a terrible cowboy name.
Chung Wang.
Chung Wang.
We said that 3 times on the show so far. Chung Wang.
Because it's still funny. It's just so funny.
It is still funny. Your cowboy name would be Chung Wang.
You couldn't do that now. People would be upset. And it's like, why would you be upset? It is so funny.
Dude, I cannot wait for Scary Movie 6 to come out.
Oh, that's gonna crush. It's oh my god, it looks good.
So anti-woke. It's like we don't care. Because you know what? Everybody's gonna go see it. Yeah. And if you don't want to see it, hell, if you're gonna bitch about it, bitch about it.
I'd go see it.
I'd go see it.
Like I want to see that stuff because it's like I miss comedy. You know, like 2 things I really miss: comedies and rom-coms. I never thought I would say rom-coms, but
they were fun.
It's something fun here, you know.
Well, and
Matthew McConaughey, where are you?
Matthew McConaughey needs to get back at it. And we had these movies where the person that was a unlikely kind of love interest somehow gets the girl or somehow gets the guy, and then it turned into, well, you know, there's the body positivity thing, so you can't have someone who's heavier. And what I find, here's what gets me: what happened? Did body positivity go away? Because now all the people that were hammering on body positivity are on Ozempic, on GLP-1s, and they were the ones saying, no, we're fine. Are you? You're going to wait till you go blind from the GLP-1s? Because that's a thing. Have you seen that side effect of that shit?
Oh, that's GLP-1s are having some pretty interesting side effects now. So, but still so used. So many people use it.
Because it's legal. That's why. And they're making a pile of money on it. It's no different than steroids. And these are the same people who would have been put their nose up at someone who's working their ass off at the gym and getting over plateaus with some gear.
Yeah.
You're cheating. I'm cheating?
Let's talk.
No.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
You know, like here's the thing that I always had with GLP-1s. I mean, go for it. I'm like, if that's what's going to help you get healthier, change your lifestyle, get the momentum, go for it. I'm fine with that. I'm also okay with TRT or steroids, right? But like, it's just how people are with it, because the whole concept was, and this was what everyone always said, you should never starve yourself. It's never okay to starve yourself. But now with Ozempic, you can.
Right. And here's the thing. What happens with the hangover? What happens when you're off of it? It's no different than if you're gearing up on TRT or any kind of steroid. When you come off, you know that your body's never quite the same.
You're pumping all this exogenous steroids into your body. It's going to shut down the reactions.
But the difference is most of the guys that are gearing understand those risks, and they do as much as they can to make sure that they minimize those risks. Where the GLP-1s, there is no, how do you come off of this?
You just stop.
You just stop. And by then, if you haven't made the changes mentally to keep the weight off, I'm sorry, you just lost 200 pounds and now you're going to gain it back because suddenly the pin isn't in your belly. Like, come on. Yeah. Eventually, it's mind over matter.
I've had a lot of talks with people who are on GLP-1, and I tell them, make sure you're strength training. And
because your muscles going down.
Some of them, exactly. Some of them are like, yes, I'm doing strength training. I'm doing these things. I'm seeing a trainer. I'm doing the smart way, increasing my protein levels. But then I'll still get some who are going, yeah, I just don't really want to. It's like, well, you have to, otherwise you're setting yourself up for some pretty big comorbidities later on.
It's sort of like saying the only goal I have is to get skinnier. No different than a guy when somebody's at the gym and they just want to get bigger. Then what you're going to do is you're going to, Ozempic was supposed to be for diabetics, bring their A1C. Yeah,
Correct.
Ozempic. Yeah. It was that's, and the side effect of Ozempic, the side effect of it for people who had diabetes was they weren't as hungry.
Yeah,
it was just a side effect, and they marketed the shit out of that.
Food noise is gone for a lot of these people.
Exactly, but I think that, and again, we've gotten this easy. Like, fitness should be hard. It's nothing's easy. Being in shape isn't easy. Eating right isn't easy. All the stuff that's not easy, it's just not easy. But we'll feed on chemicals all day long. And I'm not a health nut. I'm a guy who eats healthy. I eat like shit.
I'm drinking a Coke.
You're drinking tasty chemicals, and those are tasty chemicals. And a Diet Coke or Coke Zero is phenomenal. It's lovely. Drink them like crazy. What would you have to drink, like 55 a day to have any negative side effects?
Oh, like probably more than that. I think you'd probably just, like, your bladder would explode before you had negative side effects. Now, I'm not saying you should drink all of them, but sometimes, that's the only thing that's going to crush that craving, right?
2 of them is enough to make me not want to eat.
Yep.
That's carbonation fills your belly.
One of the worst things that, like, the dumbest things I've ever heard somebody say to me when I was working out a lot was, what chemicals are you putting into your body? And I was like, I'm sorry, what? It's like, and they're just naturally assumed that I was taking something. I was like, what the heck? Well, like, the person's working out, you automatically assume they're taking steroids in secret, and they're lying to you about it, right?
Why do people assume that about me?
Because you work out at the gym and you're a big guy, right?
Maybe, I don't know. But okay, so we like things easy. We want it now. We'll pay hundreds of dollars, okay?
Yeah.
Instead of just eating better, and you can eat better for free, really.
Yeah. You can eat less for free.
You can eat less for money. It costs you less to eat. It costs you less to eat less. Or you can take a $200 jab a month or whatever it costs.
Yeah.
And still bitch about the price of gas.
Yeah.
Like, guys,
again, like I said, some people, it's like, I know a lot of people using GLP-1s. A lot of people have blood sugar problems. A lot of people have crazy food noise, have psychological considerations. There are all these things, right? And it's like, yeah, I mean, go for it. Like, definitely. Like, there's a reason it's there, so you can use it. Just also realize there's going to be side effects if you're not doing things appropriately. B, it's not a quick fix. And C, leave the guy at the gym who's using TRT alone.
Yeah, he's doing it, and he's working his ass off to get there. And here's the thing: if you lose a bunch of weight and you have the ability to now work out because you have a lot less weight to carry around, why wouldn't you? Suddenly you can run. Yeah. Suddenly you can jump. Suddenly you can swing a kettlebell around. Suddenly you can do these things. And if you see it as a second chance to do better with your life, take it.
Yeah.
Don't just be thinner and still sitting there looking at a bag of Doritos.
The gym, though, is very misunderstood by a lot of people. It is, and it's not even bad. It's just really misunderstood. Like, we've seen videos of people, working out or whatever, and it's like, what are you doing? That's not particularly exercising in a way to do things, right? You're having fun. And I mean, that's important. People can have fun too, but you can't expect to get the same results by having fun as you would by working hard. Okay.
No, and I can tell when I just go to the gym, and then I can tell when I've, like, beat the shit out of myself. Like, tomorrow, I'm going to punish myself because I ate Dairy Queen. So tomorrow's going to be kettlebells, running, and core. Like, it's going to be just a lot of that. And I'm going to be a puddle when I leave there.
Oh, man, I've got squats tomorrow. Again,
I did legs today. Today was legs. Today was
I
arms.
Squat so little.
I do 100
squat what you curl, probably.
I do 100 squats a day 3 times a week.
Okay. Yeah.
And those are just ball squats, air squats.
Okay. Yeah.
And do 100 of them.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot.
10 sets of 10.
Well, to be on fire.
Yeah, but it's your own body weight with a ball, with a medicine ball behind you on the wall. So let's track.
You're not putting weight on your shoulders anymore, eh? As much.
Oh no, I do squats like that. But I mean, if I'm going to bang out 100 of them, and if I'm going to just go after, that's my after workout. Yeah, that's the burnout one. Yeah,
that's fair.
So let's get on. We have spent almost an hour talking about what we weren't going to talk about.
Well, it's all relative. It's all relative.
It's all relative. So what are needs? What do you think? Hang on. Actual needs. Where is it? Modern needs.
Well, I mean, food, shelter, warmth, community, right? Food, water, and shelter are the big ones that they always talk about. Those are just like the fundamentals, right? So if you have those three things, then you're set. Okay. And I think most agencies would agree with that. If you give people those three things, then they're doing pretty good. They might not have a lot, but at least they have those things.
Well, and you realize if we got rid of lots of the wants, then we could definitely afford the needs.
Yes.
Right.
But so, are we talking about what type of needs are we talking about? Because there's, you could look at having different types of needs too, right?
Mm-hmm. What are needs? I'm not talking about types. Fuck
yeah.
No, not types.
Because you'd be talking like hydration, food, nutrition, like shelter, sleep, clothing, medical care, right?
Yeah.
I mean, those are some pretty biological needs that you need, right? Mm-hmm. Like just period. If you don't have access to those, you're going to have some serious concerns, right?
That's right. So here's what it lists as the actual needs. Okay. Needs: food, shelter, safety, health, connection, and purpose. Everything else is negotiable.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the things that used to be luxuries and now are treated like essentials. And I would argue with almost every one of these as being a need. Okay. They're not needs. Okay. Do you think that
connectivity?
The connection was in one of the needs, and the actual needs, like real needs. Yeah. So here's a list of things that used to be luxuries and now are treated like essentials. Vacations.
That is for a lot of people. They view that. The number of times I've had. Okay, when the oil industry was really big. Okay, when it was popping. How many times I talked to like 20-some-year-olds who were living in brand new Brookwood homes. Mm-hmm. He's driving a jacked up truck. She trains budgies part-time.
Sure.
And they take, 2 hot vacations every year, and, they hit the Jets games, and then they always head out the mountains a couple times a year. They're living the life of affluence.
Yeah. That's not a need.
Nope.
That's not a need. That's not a need.
But it's not a need. When it crashed, when it all came down, talking to them, how upset they were because, like, how are we going to survive? How do we maintain our lifestyles? Like, well, you have to cut down these things that you don't need. They're like, we can't cut these down. We need these. It's like, I think you're used to them.
That's entitlement. That's entitlement. I'm going to go through the list, and then we'll discuss some of the stuff. Vacations.
Yeah.
Eating out multiple times a week. That's not a need.
No. How many times do you eat out a week?
I guess we had Dairy Queen.
Right. We had Twisters. And the last time we ate out, like, I think, I don't know.
Right. So, but it's not a need. And when people say, oh, we go to, why? That is not a need. You are wanting to, and you're choosing laziness is what you're choosing.
Yeah.
Because it's not cheaper. Yeah. It's not cheaper.
Not at all.
Daily specialty coffee.
Yeah. Right. And did I send you this hour is 22 minutes, that video where they're in the coffee shop and they're like, it's $7 for the coffee. And they're like, no, we don't have to buy this because we want it.
That's too
many. That's too many.
That's too many. And here's the thing. If again, I use Starbucks as the deal. If you're willing to spend $6, I'll tell you, if it hurts me to have something like that. But if there's a $6 beverage in my hand, it better have a shot of whiskey in it.
It better be alcoholic. I agree.
For that price.
Yeah.
Streaming subscriptions.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I remember when Netflix came out.
Yeah.
And that wasn't that long ago, but I'd say, it was like $8.99 a month.
14 years ago.
Yeah. It was like $8.99 or $5.99. It was cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap.
And people were like, that's a month? I'm like, yeah, a month. You can watch whatever you want. And it was a good deal.
It was a good deal. It was like, why would we not get this?
And it was enough.
Now it's addicting.
But then it got higher.
Yeah.
Now everybody else has a streaming service. So if you had to get rid of all your streamers except for one, what would you keep?
Oh, I wouldn't keep
YouTube. Counts.
YouTube.
You're paying for it?
I would keep YouTube because I did have a subscription to YouTube and I lapsed it. And now I've got the commercials, and it is annoying. Oh my god.
We
Like,
watched
it's so
Pluto
bad.
TV. Like we use Pluto TV, right?
Yeah.
And you're watching King of Queens. It's a great show, but there's commercials. And the
Yeah.
kids were like, what is this? I'm like, God, we used to have 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
To jump over the back of the couch,
Jump over the couch, go take a piss, grab your popcorn, and dive back over that sucker. And that was and if you missed it, you don't get to see it again. It's not, that episode is gone.
It's gone forever.
Forever.
Good luck.
Until the season gets released on VHS.
Yeah, or if seasons, or it goes to syndication. During COVID, like, we had YouTube. My girls used YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was funny watching them, because an ad would come on and they would yell, Siri, skip commercial. Skip commercial.
Do you see what's happened? You see what's happened with everybody? Like, so the streaming services, I hack my Fire Stick, so whatever, I can watch whatever I want. But the
I didn't hear anything.
The streaming services, you have Disney, you have Netflix, you have
Paramount,
HBO.
Prime
comes with your Prime membership.
You know, I would have a hard time getting rid of Prime. I never use it, but I like the shipping.
I have Prime, but I like the TV part because there's actually good shows on there. But people have these, and now you're spending more than you did on a cable package.
Yeah, 100%.
But there's nothing on cable. Who the hell is watching cable?
I don't know. Like, why would somebody? You can't even say you watch it for the sports anymore.
The sports are on there, right? Yeah. But if you're
like, watch them on YouTube or whatever, like F1 racing is on Apple TV now.
Right. Like these have become necessities. Do we have to have this on-demand entertaining? You don't. Next one. New phones every 1 or 2 years.
You know, that's something I never understood. You know, people who are going, I need a new phone. And it's like, well, why do you need a new phone? Just I'm kind of bored of this one. It's like, well, this one's not any different.
The new one's the same as your old one.
It's the same. I mean, I get the allure of technology because, you know, like my computer is like 5 years old.
How old's your phone?
Oh, you know what? It is 2 years old, and I had to upgrade it because my battery blew up on the other one.
Okay. See. Oh, you're still an Apple guy.
Yeah.
Never had that happen with a Google.
I've only had it happen once in my Apple on the Apple once, but it was the weirdest thing because I was at work and I picked up my phone and I went, that feels wrong. It felt heavier.
Right.
And I was like, there's something's wrong with this thing. So I took it over. I was talking to my receptionist. I'm like, my phone feels funny. It feels heavy. And she goes, what do you mean? I'm like, it feels heavy. And then I went, it's hot. Oh, no. So popped it open and it was like, it's bursting, right?
Well, I think that that's a good reason to get a phone. I'm guilty of getting phones every 2 years.
Are you serious? Why?
Yeah.
Just want something new toys or what?
No. So what happened was, I remember when I bought that Flip, I bought the Samsung Flip.
Yeah.
It was cool, but I put my phone in my back pocket all the time.
Yeah.
And I sit on them all the time.
Oh, what are you doing?
Well, they're fine. I've never had a problem with a phone, but
that's ass cancer with that.
That's fine. But two things I didn't like about the Flip. One is it was twice as thick in my back pocket.
Yeah.
No, the crease didn't bother me.
No.
But the opening that up at 40 below made me real nervous. And I had to send that phone away twice to get the screen protector redone because it would just start coming off.
Yeah.
And they can't just do it at the store. So I got rid of that and I went with, because Kelsey had the Google Pixel and that is a solid phone. So I'm like, I'll get that. Yep. So I got it. And then she was actually due for a phone this year because hers was like 3 years and it was just the battery was starting to go. So I wasn't ready to get mine a new one yet, but I'm like, well, if she's getting one, I might as well get one. So yeah, I got the big Pixel.
Bad, right?
Yeah,
I will say those Pixels are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the 10 Max and it's awesome. The Pro Max, I love it.
Like,
but I'll never go back.
I would say they're better than Apple's. Like Apple iPhones are nothing special compared to a lot of the Google stuff that they have out there.
Well, Google built their phone around the camera, right? So the camera is phenomenal. Like 30 times zoom and crystal clear is ridiculous. It's awesome.
That's pretty insane. Like that's really insane.
But
that being said, I don't want to switch either. You know,
no, but it's not a need. It's not a need. You could have a flip phone and be able to have conversations and then go home and deal with social media.
I could. I use my phone pretty hardcore with business. So, and it's not for phone calls. It is for the texting and the social media. Because as you know, like running Facebook is a pain in the ass running it on a computer.
Oh,
right.
I know.
It's dreadful. It's freaking terrible, right?
BJ, we were just talking about your love for the Google phone. Trying to convert him, BJ. We're just talking about these. I got new phones. Kelsey got a new phone, and they're
I got this nice little Apple one here.
I converted.
Very nice.
So. Very nice. BJ's had Google phones since they came out. Switch, see, Jay.
Yeah, I know they always try to convert me. People try to convert me. And
why don't you try? Why don't you like new things?
I can stop anytime I want. I just don't want to.
Oh, you can because you bought into the ecosystem. Everything you have is Apple.
Everything I have is Apple. Unfortunately, it'll true. Still everything is Apple.
The apps work on everything. You don't have to have the Apple phone.
I don't want to. You can't make me.
But the thing is, I'm looking at you thinking you look like a guy who appreciates the hey Tash, you look
tech,
like
the toys.
You look like the kind of guy that appreciates tech.
Yes, don't get me started. And okay, but I'm okay. So I'm not really okay. Like I like so I've got my computer right, and I don't really have a lot of other tech.
Dude, you have a lightsaber behind you.
Yeah, that's not tech. That's toy.
True.
It's different, right? But like even like I still use like AirPods.
That's pretty high tech.
These are 6 years old. These things. Who has 6-year-old AirPods?
You do. You probably just made them yourself.
About it.
Hey, Pulver. Another need that people think is a need. I don't think you need to switch your phone every year, but I do. Same day delivery.
Who gets that?
Okay, let's just say no, same day doesn't happen here, but you order something on Amazon.
Yes.
And as soon as you hit ordered,
right,
within the hour, you're looking at your phone. Has it shipped yet? And then the next day, you're like, is it shipped? Is it shipped? Remember waiting weeks, 6 to 8 weeks for delivery?
Do you do that? Do you keep an eye on the tracking?
Yeah. Where the hell is it? You said it'd be here on Thursday. It's Tuesday. You said it'll be here by Thursday. Where is it? Like it used to be.
To be fair, stop giving us unrealistic expectations.
But it shows up on Thursday. I don't know how they do it, but it does. They drive like hell. Amazon they hit the bridge and they get your package to you.
Do they ever hit the bridge? To be fair, Amazon shipping like there's 2 places it's going to ship out of. Really, it's going to be Calgary or Winnipeg.
Yeah, so it's coming.
So it's pretty simple, but it's coming quick.
But the fact that we are so used to getting it that fast that we won't order the better something somewhere else because it's going to take 10 to 15 business days for it to ship out. Are we that? Yeah. Do we really need the new? What are the big cups that do you need that new Stanley Cup today?
Stanley's, yeah. I don't get it. And my girl loves
really
like my youngest. It's the only phone that's really good for accessibility for the blind. Okay.
You know what I found really interesting is the Meta glasses have a Be My Eyes function.
Really?
Which is insane.
Okay.
Insane.
You want something that's really insane on the Apples. Okay. I don't know, maybe it probably has on the Google, but you can actually set the camera up to track your pupils so you can control where your finger is on the phone by it tracking your eyes, your eye movements.
Does it have Asian mode?
Yes. Yeah, it goes brighter.
It's like 2 beams going right to your face.
Yeah.
I'd have
it's
to
pretty
really
cool
see.
because if you can set it up, you can look around your screen and you'll see a cursor moving around, tracking your eye movements.
You've done this?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It is pretty cool, actually. It's really cool. And I was like, fuck, I want to use that.
I've never tried, but I wear glasses too. Do you not wear glasses? I thought you wore glasses.
I do wear glasses. I hate wearing them though. So
who needs to see? Same day delivery from Canadian Tire was less money. Really? They have delivery at Canadian Tire?
Yeah, they do. Almost everything is turning into like an Amazon-based store now. Even Best Buy, if you look at Best Buy online, you can buy used stuff and affiliate sales and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, but it's really frustrating actually.
But that's become if I can't have it tomorrow, like you'll only buy it on Prime.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to deal with the person you're returning it to, which is non-Prime.
Yeah.
Where Amazon doesn't give a shit. They don't even want to have a conversation with you. Like, you don't like it? Fine, send it. We're going to Sell it to somebody else tomorrow.
You know where a lot of those returns go?
China?
No, like a lot of the returns and things, when they get sent back, they go into like a receiver warehouse and they're stacked in pallets. And what you can actually do is go onto Amazon, you can buy a pallet and you don't know what is going to be on it.
It could be shit.
It could be shit. It could be something cool. You can get amazing stuff on it.
Can you buy those here though?
I don't know.
Uncle Wieners has them. Has Amazon pallets, but I'm willing to bet they're going through that shit before they sell it to you.
Okay, so typically sourced through third-party liquidators like Direct Liquidation and Dino Express, or Amazon bulk liquidation stores rather than the main website. Generally carry various things sold at fraction value, though items may be untested or damaged. Yeah. But yeah, bulk, Dino Express, so it's probably Uncle Wieners gets a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, they're getting them. But I would guess that once those things arrive, they open them to see what's in there, then they reseal them. Take all the good shit out.
Who knows? It's probably kind of like shipping container or like storage units too, right? Here you go, Liquidation Prime. So you can go in there. It's $700 pallet of Amazon liquidation pallet, air conditioners and stuff.
In Canada, though.
Yep, this is Canada. Yeah, here's a truckload, 13 pallets, $10,000. Here's another one, a pallets, tools, brand new tools. You don't know, it doesn't tell you what's in it, but it's $2,000 for the pallet.
Not a bad way to go. You know what you do? You buy it, then you sell it all on eBay.
You know you know what that is? It is the grown-up version of baseball cards.
Oh, 100%.
You don't know what you're gonna get. I'm gonna buy it. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Or Pokemons or something, right?
Yeah. Brand name everything. I think that's gone away except for tech. Brand name clothing, I don't think is a thing anymore. Yeah. Thanks to Amazon, thanks to Temu. I don't think that's happened.
Menswear, I think if you're buying like higher end, right? Like I won't buy a cheap suit.
No, but if you're buying t-shirts or if you're buying, like nobody cares about your brand name. No. Nobody does. And
you can wear Nike and nobody cares. You just look like you shopped over at Winners.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But there was a time when we went to school that it was like Mondetta,
No Fear, Mondetta, and everything.
You had brand name stuff, and now
that mattered.
Yeah, clothing is getting cheaper and cheaper because people are buying cheaper clothing, and we've stopped caring. Our filter has just sort of, we don't care. But the name brand stuff, like nobody. I remember being in New York, and we were buying like Gucci bags. Were they real? No. Does anybody here know what a real Gucci bag looks like? Probably 2 people in the city.
Yeah, there'd be a few people, but
the people I'd be willing to bet that most people have a Gucci bag in town. They're not real.
They're not real. That was my dilemma when I finished Osteo. I wanted to buy a nice watch, like I wanted to buy a Rolex or an Omega. Okay, and like I remember being in Toronto, going to the Yorkdale Mall, standing in front of the Rolex dealer, and kind of just went, "Yeah, I just don't really want to." And like I had people ask me like, well, why didn't you get it then? Right. And I was like, well, for one, I figured I probably shouldn't spend that kind of money on a luxury item when I could be putting it away for the future. Wait, let's get some bankroll first. And second of all, everyone's going to think it's fake. No, there's like 5 people who would go, that's real.
Yeah, but most people don't care.
No, the only people who care are the ones who have a real one, and they're going to go, nice.
Yeah. And I do think that we live in a society where people need to stop giving a shit what people think. They really need to. Yeah. And we've somehow it's like grade school again. Like, what do I care what you think? As long as I'm doing my job right and I'm a nice person and I'm helpful, that's all that matters. I don't give a shit if you hate the fact that I wear a t-shirt when I'm at work. I don't care. I don't.
I've had people give me crap for how I earn a living, doing massage and osteo. And I'm just thinking, like, why do you care how I earn a living?
Well, because there's a difference between your entrepreneur and your employee. There's a difference.
Well, that's a mindset, but it's one thing to go, why do you do that? And go like, why the hell do you do that?
I remember when I was cutting hair straight up cutting hair and having like a kid in my chair. It was like a teenager, like one of those little shithead kids. Yeah. And it's like, so what else do you do for a living? I'm like, bro, do you know, figure out the math, kid. Yeah. I'm taking 4 of you guys in an hour. Yeah. Doing okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not stressing. But so this, name brand everything, convenience meals. That's a big one. Uber rides, weekend getaways.
Uber rides. Is that essential?
Well, you don't want to go into a cab. Heaven forbid you walk 7 blocks.
I don't go in a cab.
No, but you'll take an Uber.
I'll take an Uber or a limo.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm getting at. You didn't need to do that. You could have taken the shuttle from the airport to your hotel as well.
But I'll do it for one of two reasons. Like I will take a shuttle. Okay. But I will take an Uber or a limo for one reason, because you know exactly what you're going to get charged.
Right. But it's still you didn't need to. Right? No, that's where we're going.
I'll take Subway.
Okay. With that. Upgraded seats, upgraded rooms, upgraded everything.
Yeah. You ever flown upgraded though?
No, because I don't give a shit. I sleep when I fly.
Yeah. I flew upgraded a few times.
And?
It was a lot better.
Is it a lot better?
It was a lot better.
See, to me, it doesn't make it because I sleep. I get in a plane, it starts taking off, I sleep, and then I wake up when we're landing.
It's just you have to look at the cost. Okay, so when I flew down to the States a few times, then I flew on Delta, and so what had happened was they screwed up some of my flights, so they gave me a lot of points. Well, not enough points to actually buy a ticket, right?
Right.
But I had enough points to upgrade to a better seat.
Sure.
Okay.
What's the better seat give you?
A lot more room. Free alcohol. You get a free alcoholic beverage if you were to drink. You get a meal sometimes, right?
Oh, okay. I guess that's
so sometimes, but it comes down to how much it costs. If you can get it for a really good price, like free point or like just using points, then it's worth it. If it's going to cost you $200 to fly to Toronto,
do you realize that the reason that your upgraded seat got the meal is because of the fact that the rest of the plane got cheapened due to everybody traveling twice a year, every year it became no longer a luxury, so they had to cheapen it. Because they were filling the planes, man. And you could go to Mexico for $1,000 and live like a king for a week. So that happened. Okay. So the flights got shittier. They were shittier. Like you got you got 4 pretzels in a bag and it became less. Like I still remember getting a meal on a normal flight. Yeah. That was normal. Okay.
I remember getting their free drinks, as many alcoholic beverages as you wanted on international flights.
And a regular flight. Now, a regular seat. So what happened was everybody started traveling and it became a need. Everybody's doing it. And it was no longer a luxury. Now it's gone to the prices. It's gone back to where it should have been. It should have never gone down to this. Here's where it should be. And people are losing their minds. It's going to cost me $2,000 to go to Mexico. I'm like, dude, you're getting weighted on hand and foot in paradise.
Yeah.
And they're flying you in a big metal tube over 6 hours or whatever it is to get there. And you're complaining that it's $2,000.
It's because you can't do it 3 times a year then.
Dude, that's 3 Costco runs.
Yeah. So when I flew down to Austin, Texas 2 years ago, I landed and like the airport was busy as to be expected or whatever. And I remember going on to social media and seeing what's new. And they said that day that I flew was the busiest day in history for airline travel. There were more planes and passengers in the air at that day than ever in history.
So is that because it's a need, or is this because it's something that everybody just does?
It's just what people do now, man.
Right.
It's just what people are doing. And I mean, I get there's a lot of business, there's a lot of travel for those sort of things, but man, there's a lot of people just traveling for the heck of it too.
Okay. So let's just say we took out 5 of these wants.
Yeah.
Just took them out. They're gone. If you got rid of half of these bullshit things that we feel we need that you don't, then your needs could be met so much easier.
You wouldn't be 100%.
Yeah, you'd actually be buying beef instead of, pork. You wouldn't feel bad spending money on a nice meal for the family because you didn't blow it on bullshit. Yeah. People buy so much shit these days, man. Like we're all guilty of it. And I am the cheapest guy. Like unless I need it, I'm not buying it.
Right. That's fair.
Like, I mean, do I buy some things I don't need? Sure. Buy the odd album and stuff, but no.
A lot of that stuff is fun. But okay, so TVs. Have you seen how big the TVs are now?
Yeah. You see the ridiculous one I have in the barbershop for no good reason. Yeah.
That's not even ridiculous anymore.
Right.
Like they're massive, right? And they still sell a crazy number of them. Look at Black Friday or whatever, or Best Buy. The people lined up to buy the brand new TVs.
Okay, so here's where I would justify a ridiculously large TV. How much is a big TV now? They're not that expensive. $2,000?
No, like we've got a 100-inch projection downstairs.
Like a projector?
Yeah.
Okay, so and those aren't that expensive. A projection.
I paid $300 for the projector and $100 for the screen.
Okay, so for that price, you would how much? $500 altogether?
$400.
$400. So do you realize that to take a family of 4 to the theater is going to cost you like $160 now with popcorn?
Yeah, it's not cheap.
So I would buy what you bought instead of that.
I agree. I think it's fantastic that you could do these things. It doesn't have the same impact. Like when we don't go to a lot of movies. Like the last movie we saw, like I took my daughter, my oldest girl, to the new Avatar movie.
Right.
Because going with the family is kind of nice, but it feels it's kind of cooler when you can take one kid to that to an event.
Well, but that's an experience, and there's nothing wrong with an experience.
Yeah.
But when the experience has become so expensive that it's no longer the average family can do it.
Yeah.
When we went, it was Avatar, and we went there, and we're like, "What the hell? Really that much?
A lot of money." Yeah.
So, did we need to go? That made me not want to go back to the theater for some time because it's like, dude, that's a lot of money to spend on shit, right? So, I think that we have to. You don't have to do, and people do whatever you want to do. I don't care.
Yeah.
However, if you've spent, let's just say you went to Starbucks 3 times a week.
Yeah.
It's probably more if you're going that often. So you're probably going 4.
Probably. Yep.
So $40 a week because they're all about $10
easily. And you're going to be there. You know how long it takes to get anything to get an order at Starbucks?
Right.
Now?
So their time is included, say. So $10 per order.
Yeah.
So 40 times 5 is $200 a month you're spending on a coffee, which again, if you enjoy it, but don't complain when you go to the grocery store and your bill's $30 more. Like, oh my God. I'm like, do you see?
Yeah.
Like you're spending on shit, and we buy so much shit. And lots of times we're buying shit to impress people and for what? No one's watching you buy the Starbucks. Is it that good? I personally don't really like it because I find it to have a burnt taste and it's overpriced and all sugar. And I went there once and got an iced something. And dude, 80% of that sucker was filled with ice. I'm like, bullshit. You filled this with the drink that we paid for here.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like you were going to say was that, we're spending money to buy things we don't need to impress people that we don't like.
You don't like them. Like if I had to impress you, Jay, with things, we wouldn't be friends.
Right.
Like you're a great person, but if that's what it took to
it was like you got if I said, Quentin, if you don't have a new car by the end of the week, I'm not talking to you. It'd be like, okay, I guess that's it then, right?
That's it. But I think that we were there somehow for some reason. Like it sounds bad. It's not, whatever. Judge me if you want. I still like if I'm driving somewhere, I love gas station coffee. Love it. Whatever the hell's on the pot, I'll drink it. I don't give a shit. I'm not a coffee snob. However, if I'm taking a trip and I don't want a snack, that's where I'll chug like the slightly bigger than a liter, like Coke Zero.
Yeah.
I'll chug that prick and drive because then I'm not hungry.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
Follow me for more health tips.
There was do you remember the Far Side comic book?
Yep.
So there was a comic that they did. It was poking fun of, keeping up with the Joneses, right?
Yep.
So it's a family there, or the husband and wife, they're sitting in the living room, and the wife goes, "God damn, look at the Joneses. Now they've got an intercontinental ballistic missile."
Of course they do. And they did that just to show up the rest of the neighborhood.
Right. And I was like, isn't that it? Back then, like when I first saw that, I was like, I don't get it.
Now you do.
But now I've adult and you're seeing these things, and it's like, okay, I get it now. Yeah.
You know what? And it's I find that people that are interesting, if people are interesting, then their stuff is kind of neat to hear the story of.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be expensive. Okay.
No.
I know a guy that finds old motorcycles and redoes them.
Yeah.
Well, AJ, he just did that. He did a Norton. He did a Norton.
Oh yeah, he told me about that one. That was pretty cool.
He was just here today. Yeah. And these are the people like yourself, AJ, all these guys that come in here and like my my client base in here, it's a tight group, right? Like,
Yeah.
odd time we'll take a new client, but not very often. But these are some of the most interesting people.
Yeah.
Like, honest as shit, if someone just sat here and watched us all bullshit with each other,
Well,
as long as they didn't
telling you,
repeat what
man.
we're saying.
I'm telling you, that's your podcast right there. Just you do a 15-minute podcast where you're cutting a person's hair.
Yeah, but we'd have to censor ourselves quite a
Well,
bit.
yeah, you just censor, record it, and censor it, and just edit it out. You know,
just beep it out. Those stinking beep.
Yeah, but you know, you just come in and be like, you know what, you got 15 minutes while I cut your hair. We're gonna do a quick podcast. Doesn't have to be video. I want you to just teach me something cool. Tell me something cool.
You know what? I got some of the most interesting people on the planet to come in. I got one guy that's like in his late 80s that used to run a nuclear facility, and believe, like, this guy, he walks around with a radiation tester. Like,
really?
Pretty sure some shit's going down. But he's awesome. He's the guy that gave me the Geiger counter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, those guys have been around enough. They kind of get a little bit of whiff of when something is not going the right way.
They can, but I would rather be surrounded by interesting people and people that have cool shit.
Yeah.
Like, even in here, like, you've been in here, and you know, the few people that have been in this room, and I get some, I got guys in here that are like buy and sell me in a minute. Right. And they come here because it's cool, it's interesting, and there's some neat shit. And I'm like, I don't know, is it that interesting? But again, it is kind of for some people. And there's a story behind stuff. And I think that we have to get back to just doing the things that make you happy.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody else. Just do whatever's making you happy.
I'm gonna find some weird freaking taxidermied something for your den there.
Weirder than the turtle and the pufferfish?
Yeah, you know,
those are real. You know that, right?
Yeah, I figured they would be real. But I'm gonna find something really freaking weird, just for fun, like a jackalope or something, right?
A jackalope. I remember seeing a I think it was a squirrel. It was fake, but it was like a taxidermied squirrel that looked like its nails were just, its feet were just nailed to the log, and it was screaming like this.
Oh my God, really?
Or the gopher that screams. You seen that meme or that?
Yeah.
Of the gopher, it was like that, but his feet were nailed to a log.
Imagine that you're a dead end, or you die, and that's what happens to your body. And it's like, oh, I guess it'd be no different from the bodies exhibit, really.
No, but I mean, would taxidermy be an alternative to burial? I guess.
Embalming.
No one's going to do a taxidermy on you.
I'm sure you probably could.
Like, just a head mount would be enough. A shoulder
mount. Just a head mount. Just a
shoulder mount.
Just a skull.
And that's the only way that you guys get to keep the house.
On a plaque, too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Just like...
And whatever weapon was used to end me. That'd be
perfect. Weapon. Yeah. The enemy of your foe, right?
Yeah. No, I think that we like cool shit, and we live in the easiest time imaginable. Like, life is easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it better, or is it just easier?
I think it's both, depending on the person. Because seriously, some people have unrealistic expectations. Okay, here I had a client I were talking to. They were just in Cuba. This is and they said, you know, how amazing Cuba was. This is a couple of years ago. Okay, so it was before all this crazy stuff. And I said, oh, that's great. You know, you had a good time there. Like, oh, it was amazing. You know, but the problem was all the poverty. Okay, the people are so poor there. And I was like, okay, I mean, that's fair. It was bad. They're like, oh, it was terrible. It was horrible. I feel sorry for those people. I'm like, okay, can I ask you something? And she goes, what? Were they happier?
Yeah.
And she looks at me. She goes, no, of course they weren't happier. I'm like, why do you say that? Didn't you hear what I said? They had nothing. They have nothing. It's like, but are they happier? Like, no, they're not happier. You know, I'm like, okay, how do you make them happier? And she said, well, we have to elevate their living style so they can live like we do in North America, obviously, right? And I said, are we happy?
There's the $1 million question.
Right? I mean, I think the reality is there's no struggle, there's no purpose anymore. So people are just sort of floundering a little bit.
People are very superficial.
Yeah.
And you nailed it when you asked, are we happy? People were happier. I remember we grew up in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
Why were people happier then?
Well, it was an easier time, simpler time. You know, there was less distraction. The world was bigger back then. What
You
was
went out and you hung out.
happening? Yeah, what was happening over in Europe or wherever, it wasn't really a thing. And even if it was, like you look at like 99, that was Columbine, right?
Right, but back then you would see it on the news at 6 o'clock or 10
Yeah.
o'clock, or read it in the paper, and that's it. That's all
That's it.
That's it. So,
And it was so far away. It's like, well, they can't. It's not going to come here. We won't
No.
have that here.
no,
Now
never.
we do.
Kind of, yeah.
Like look what happened to Rivers.
I think everything was dirt cheap back in the 80s. Actually, not really.
Less than we think.
If you go to scale.
Yeah.
So let me do a quick little to scale.
I remember when I was in elementary or grade 7, my parents would give me like $1 for lunch or something so I can buy a Coke or something. And I had figured out that, a Coke is $1, but if I get like an orange juice, it's 90 cents. So then realistically, I can get orange juice, keep that dime and save it up and get a Coke later on or get 2 drinks, right? So 90 cents was for like a Tropicana or a canned C+ or whatever it was, or not C+. Yeah, C+ or something. So that was cheap.
Well, but here's the thing. In the 80s, you know what you did for a nice night out? You went to KFC.
Did you?
Yeah.
How long has KFC been here?
To scale, I want to see if okay, so prices today are roughly 3 times higher, but what I want to know, I'm not talking about that. I'm taking.
Okay, so the first Brandon KFC was 1965. How crazy is that?
When? How much?
1965.
Well, KFC was a treat, and it happened like once a summer.
Yeah. I remember when I was young, we would when we were in Brandon. Yeah, my uncles, we would get Domino's pizza. Oh, that was a treat. Domino's?
That was a treat, dude. We didn't have such a thing. We had Pizza Place. That was it. So numbers look like in Canada. 80s, actually, it wasn't much cheaper in the 80s. So $20 to $30 back then in the 80s was equal to $75 to $110 today. Okay. And a typical dinner for 2 today is roughly $120.
That's fair. Yeah.
So it wasn't cheaper in the 80s.
Right.
Like they made $2.80 an hour. Now, what's the minimum wage? Like almost 19 is going to?
Yeah, 16.
It's going 16. Up to 19, I heard.
What?
It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy.
No way.
Yeah, there's another bump coming. So what happened is if you take what we and this is a great example, Polar Bear. The fact that you asked,
that's a living wage. Living wage in Winnipeg is $19.77 an hour. Brandon is $16.22.
Yeah, they're trying to bump it up to living wage.
They won't. It's because it's not. You can't. Like, there's no freaking way.
Well, that's the thing.
Brandon, it is.
So. The employer has to pay it, and people don't get that. Polar Bear. Evan says Pizza Place doesn't get the love it deserves. It's, to me, my favorite pizza for a nice thin pizza because that's what I grew up with. Their sauce is so good. Their bacon is side bacon. As far as the best pizza, I'd say it's Marino's. As far as getting a nice thick pizza.
I still like Pizza Express.
But here's the interesting thing. And Polar Bear, I'm glad you brought that up. If you take the fact that the dollar was this and it's now this, and it costs roughly the same for a dinner for 2.
Yeah.
We had more. You had dad could go to work, mom could stay at home.
Yeah.
And you had a vehicle, you raised a couple kids, and the groceries were always there. So if the dollar multiplied the way it did and the inflation did what it did, and a dinner for 2 is only about $10 more really now than it was in that money to this money, then the problem isn't the money. The problem isn't the dinner. The problem is all the shit that's surrounding it that we're spending our money on.
Well, okay. So this is one of the things that we factored in was one of the biggest problems with, because on one hand, we have a society that requires both parents to work. Okay. Because of costs. But conversely, because both parents are working, we also need 2 vehicles.
Do you?
Right? A lot of people do. A lot of people do.
Do you?
No, but
Need
you
it.
need, right?
You can
So
make
if
it
you
work.
have, say you have another, like you have 2 vehicles, right?
I have 3.
Right? 3 vehicles. So say because it's always going to be one truck, one car. Okay. So say it's going to cost you $1,000 a month for the car payment. So it's probably about 1,500 or sorry, thousand, yeah, about $1,000 really for the car payment insurance, right?
Sure.
Or even say 1,500 for a truck after insurance and repairs and tires amortized over the 5 years or whatever however you want to factor it in. Plus, you're also going to have a bigger garage and a nicer home because you're not parking that baby outside, right?
Okay, you can. I
Yeah,
doubled my
you
driveway, so
can.
I didn't have to build a bigger
Yeah.
garage.
But a lot of people don't. So now they get caught into the inflation of just one upping their lifestyle because they have to have nicer things.
So why do you have to have a car that requires a payment?
I don't know. You tell me. My car's paid
Don't.
off.
I have the truck is paid for, the motorcycle's
Yeah.
paid for, the Pathfinder's paid for. I
Yeah.
have a nothing payment on the car that I drive. And if I wasn't in real estate, I would not own the car.
Right.
I would just drive my truck around, but that thing's a bitch
Beast.
on
Yeah.
fuel because it's a diesel, right? But I could, like, if tomorrow it was time to sell the car because we don't need the payment, I would sell the car and keep the truck, which is 10 years older than the car.
Yeah.
But the truck is
But
more useful.
how many people do you see? They always have a brand new vehicle. They're always, or two vehicles, you know?
Because they just lease them. I just lease it. It's only this month. Well, what if you just bought it and you didn't have to pay for it every month? Like, and repair
there's
bills?
the problem. There's the problem. People are caught into the monthly lifestyle as opposed to what it actually costs.
Yeah, it used to be things with cash. Now, if you need to use credit for certain things. Like if you suddenly need to drop $1,000 on something, do it and pay it. But the truck, I prefer driving the truck. I love my truck. Okay.
Right.
But if I factor in the fuel for that bastard,
and
it's a diesel, so you got to let that prick run. It costs me less to have a small payment on that car, and drive the car and insure it, and put the fuel in it. Now, if it's about repairs, I'm sorry. Most times you're doing very little warranty work on your vehicle.
Yeah.
Something will happen, but the shit doesn't go bad until the warranty's done. Like I bought an extended bumper to bumper warranty, a 3-year on this car because it was used, right? The warranty is done in July or in June.
Right.
And I've got about 2,000 kilometers left in mileage.
Hoping something breaks down right now. Eh?
I'm pulling the truck out next week. I'm going to drive the truck around as much as I can, and then take that car to the shop and say, look this sucker over. What's going wrong? And fix it.
Yeah. So, like, you're in the summer, like I drive a motorcycle, you drive a motorcycle, right?
Yeah, I'm going to ride the bike a lot more this year.
It's funny because when I got it, like the number of times I had clients who were like, oh, must be nice to be rich and be able to afford that. And I'm like, really? I thought I was being a cheapskate because it's cost me almost nothing to drive it.
$8 to fill the tank, and I can drive that for a month if I'm not hitting the highway.
Right? It's like this is crazy. Like, I mean, it's probably about $15 now if you're putting premium in, right?
Sure. And I put premium in the bike.
$15 for a month is pretty good, right? But I did find the number of times that the people who gave me the biggest grief always had bigger vehicles or snowmobiles or whatever extra toys, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, why are you giving me grief on this when you have those toys? And the difference was they would say, I need that snowmobile because that's my toy for downtime. You don't need that motorcycle.
It's the same damn thing, but I'll guarantee you there's going to be pavement in the summer, and sometimes you have no snow in the winter.
Right. And I would tell them, like, I ride the motorcycle because it's cheap and it's my daily driver in the summer.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Let's go serious. My bike didn't cost a lot of money.
No. Polar, what kind of truck do I have? I have a 2007 Chevy Silverado 3/4 ton diesel, and it just hit 250K on it, 252K.
It's just going to keep going
diesel,
too.
man. That thing's got no miles, and she's primed. Like
you don't want one of the new diesels.
No, I'd have to put. There's no emission shit in it. Yeah. None of that. But it's a lovely truck. I would drive it instead of the car. I wish I drove the truck because I prefer the truck. But it's a bastard on fuel. Yeah. And do I want to spend the money on diesel all the time? I could.
But you're just burning through it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's do I need to have the car? No. I don't need the car.
But it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's a reason we have a Honda Civic.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't need to buy it, but even when I went to go buy a car, I almost bought a brand new car. I was going to buy a brand new Nissan. They couldn't get one. I'm like, okay. So I went to another dealership. I was like, do you got anything? All I want is a white 4-door car, period. That's it.
Yeah.
Didn't care. Went to BCD. They had this white 4-door car. I'm like, let me drive that thing.
Yeah.
And took it. I'm like, God, done. I just saved $13,000 by not buying the new one.
Right.
I'm good. Simple. But no, I think that and not everybody's guilty. I hope that people can treat themselves, do the nice things, go on vacation, do all that. But if you're doing that and you can't afford to enjoy your life, that's a problem.
What kind of enjoyment is it, right? Like people like talking a lot about the term balance, right? And I like personally, like, and everyone has their own philosophy on that, but my thoughts on balance is it's a little bit of joke, because there's going to be times, it's seasonal, there's going to be times to make hay, and there's going to be times to relax. So you have to realize your times of relaxing, enjoying the good life come to an end, and you got to put the work back in at some point in time.
Well, and that they're talking about the 4-day work week that came up this week. And you know who doesn't want that? Entrepreneurs, because there's no way someone who's running their own business would ever work 4 days a week, unless you want your business to fail. Employees want it.
Yes.
But here's the problem. Who's going to pay for that? Because now they got to hire someone else to fill that other day.
Or they're going to close, right?
They're going to close. And you know what happens when you only work 4 days a week? You're given more time to go blow money and shop.
Yeah.
Right? So you're going to blow more money because you're bored and you have downtime, and you're going to spend more, which means that even if you're getting paid the same amount of money to work 4 days a week instead of 5, you're going to have less money because you had downtime and you blew a bunch of cash.
See, I understand why they want to do the 4-day work week, because productivity has, for the most part, improved in society. Okay, so it costs less input to get food. Things are just generally cheaper, to produce and everything. But our lifestyles aren't getting any better. Okay, well, that's fine. But the people who are going to really get hit hard with that aren't the billionaires. It's going to be just the smaller businesses who are now having to pay higher income and get treated like crap by the people who think that they're rich.
Well, and that's when you get the sole proprietor that says, piss on it. I'm just going to have my, oh, nice. It's a nice truck. 2020. Cool.
Yeah. People just go out and get my family to run it, or I'll pay cash or whatever. Right.
Yeah. And I think that everybody's got the ability to do, like, let's just say you want that shit. All your wants are now kind of your needs, and that's ingrained into your system, but now you're going to bitch that your boss isn't paying you enough. Well, you're making good money. How much more do you need? Oh, your lifestyle is this. Well, why don't you go get another job or a side hustle and pay for it? Because I'll tell you right now, if anybody thought that a side gig was a weird thing to have, that's gonna become the norm real quick.
Yeah, very much. Did I ever tell you my theory of incomes for different generations? Okay, so you look at the silent generation. Okay. Yep. So how many incomes did that generation need back then?
One.
Yeah.
One.
So you look at the baby boomers. How many incomes do they need for that one?
One.
1.5.
Yeah. If mom wanted to work. Yep.
So then you look at Gen Xers. It's 2.
Yep.
So you look at millennials. 2.5.
Now they got a roommate.
Right. Now you look at Gen Zs. Right.
It'll be 3.
Right. It just keeps going up that way.
But it also has to do with the fact that as you weren't taught that you can't have things, the needs become higher. So if you didn't grow up hearing no, if every time you wanted something you got it, if you didn't really have to work for it, because our kids should just be a kid until they're 20.
Just enjoy it. They can enjoy their life, right?
They don't need the stress. They're going to be NHL stars. They're just going to concentrate on hockey right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you didn't have to grind, like, I love the fact that our kid wants a job. Gage wants a job in the worst way. Like, he would go clean whatever. He wants a job, but no one's going to hire him. When we were kids, we could get hired at 12. If you were responsible enough to work, you worked, and they would be happy to have you. And these days they won't do it. And it's not because they're 12. It's because kids under 17 don't show up to work because mom and dad aren't driving them. Get your ass to work.
Yeah.
You can't count on them.
I remember when we moved into Brandon, that was all I wanted, was I just want to start working. And like I started working, I think when I was 15, when my parents were like, okay, you can start working at 15, right? But I'd be more than happy to work, right?
But
And
that's also because
thankfully, like my daughter is like she works 1 day a week. I take her to the clinic. She cleans the clinic. This is fantastic. My 11-year-old, she's not ready for it, that responsibility.
sure,
She kind of has she melts down a little bit when she has that kind of responsibility, which is fair. That's
yeah,
11. It's
but
hard.
kids also need a job they can get fired from.
Yes, they do.
Like not a
And I
job
think
that mom and dad are like. It's good
correct.
that that's the only opportunity she's going to get. It's a great opportunity, but they
I
need a
think it's a
job
good
they can get fired
opportunity.
from.
I think
Yeah,
these are good opportunities for right now.
development.
And once they turn a certain age, I think they need to get into service. They need to get into the service industry. They can
Yep.
start really seeing that, it's really not about merit because you're going to interact with people. You're going to see the real problems. You're going to
Mhm.
talk to, deal with that person who is just a belligerent asshole and still have to be like, yes, sir. Would you like fries with that, sir?
Yeah,
And I think that's essential.
yeah, and I think that when you have like, and again, they have to be able to do that and understand that it's important and they need to do it. But I mean, if you're in your 20s and
Mm,
you're living at home
yeah.
and you're still accepting money from your parents,
Yeah.
you
Shut up.
better not say shit about them
Just
ever.
shut up and move. Like, just
Shut up and just be grateful and kiss the ground they walk on because they don't need to
yeah.
do what they're doing. Like,
No.
stop. I mean,
Yeah.
it's whenever I see someone who's, I'd say anybody that disrespects their parents
Yeah.
drives me crazy.
Yeah.
But if you're 20 and if you're 20 plus and living at home and you're being an asshole or
Yeah.
even slightly attitudish to one of your parents or both of them,
Yeah.
and they're literally letting you live there for nothing.
That's the thing, right? It's
You
changes.
It's another
It's like,
level of
come on,
asshole
guys.
that and entitlement that I just can't stand to be around. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Like it's just like
Great.
fuck.
I mean,
Let the parents let it happen.
I get it when you get some of these young teenagers because they're pushing boundaries, they're pushing barriers, and it's like they got to know where they are, right? But like you said, it's like all of a sudden you're 32 years old living in your basement, like, mom, where's the cheese?
Yeah.
Y- you
Well,
know,
here's the
like,
thing.
hold on.
Well, but again, and this is when these wants are
Yeah,
now, well, why shouldn't I have this? Well,
yeah,
because you're gonna move out and you won't be able to afford to have net see all these things that we have. My dad,
yeah,
I forget what I wanted. It was like a Nintendo. Never had one.
yeah. Good old
Okay.
days. Yeah,
And I remember saying, but dad, we we have money. Like we
yeah,
could buy this. He's
yeah.
like, and he told me, no, no, no. I have money. You have shit.
Yeah, yeah,
I make money, you make shit. If you want
yeah.
something, you figure out how to buy it. I'm
That's
not
fair.
buying that shit for you. And that's where the difference was. Your parents had money, you don't have
Yeah.
anything.
I think that's
And
a
I knew
fair
that
thing,
from a young
like,
age.
figure it out. Figure if you don't know how to get it or if you want something, you don't know how if you don't have it, figure it out. Like,
Or you can't have it.
yeah, or
Or you
that.
can't have it. I could never
I
scrape
would
enough money
I
together
would
to put it.
much prefer my kid go and figure it out,
Oh, for
you
sure.
know?
But I mean,
Like,
I
absolutely,
never had
like
Nintendo
yeah,
because I could never put the money together to get one. So I
yeah,
never had
yeah.
one.
Just think, one day your kid's gonna come home and be like, "Dad, I got all this money." He's like, "Oh my god, good for you. Where did you get it? I learned how to hack an ATM or something," right? Like,
Attaboy. Now you gotta split it.
mixed lessons here,
The
like
the dad taxes, you gotta keep that under wraps, kid. No,
yeah,
I think that if we lived a simpler life, and again, I'm not here to give advice. We're just here to talk about it and talk about the fact that times are tough, but if you didn't spend the money on the shit, then
you
it wouldn't be
probably
that hard.
wouldn't have
Like
those issues. Yeah,
no, like I try to get groceries once a week, period. That's it, right?
yeah, yeah,
And today I thought, oh, I want a barbecue. So do we have any burgers in the freezer? No. Okay, grab some stuff, made it.
yeah,
So did I spend an extra $40 today
yeah,
that I should have just bought with the groceries and maybe wouldn't have cost me that, but I did. Now, did it bother me? No, there's leftovers and we're good for a
yeah.
while. But it still cost me $40 to feed the entire family. And we all had a couple of burgers and fries and this and whatever. So
Isn't it
mm,
unreal how much burgers will set you back?
Well, I would like to
beef
make
and
them.
away you go, right? And so
Yeah, but I mean, for burgers, the fact that a standard meal at McDonald's right now
yeah,
is $16.
yeah. And even
The
the
kids
CEO
couldn't
doesn't
believe
like
this.
it. Even the
Did you
boss,
see him try to eat that shit?
even he doesn't want to eat it.
See, when we moved here, we never had McDonald's in Dauphin. We never had McDonald's, right?
Right.
So I never understood why people liked it. Then we moved here.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not good. But I still remember when they had 79-cent hamburgers
Yep.
and 89-cent cheeseburgers.
It's like I can eat 10 of those suckers.
And
I'll
you
be
would
full.
get at a car full of guys.
Yeah.
We would buy like 40 of them.
Yeah.
And just
eat them.
Sacks of burgers.
Yeah.
But it was cheap. But it was the only reason it was even considerably okay was because it was so cheap.
Because it was so cheap. You know, if you don't mind spending cheap money on cheap food, but as soon as you're spending expensive money on cheap food, you start going, this isn't right.
And that's the problem I have with a place like McDonald's. Like the balls you've got to charge for this shit. It's like a Little Caesars hot and ready. Is it good? No, it's hot and it's ready. That's
hot and ready. Exactly. It's like Mr. Bones Pizza. Was it 4-for-1 pizzas?
Not good.
44. Yeah, it's not gonna be good, but you get a lot of pizza.
And you're washing it down with club beer. Like you're just you're there for a concert.
I remember getting that a few times. People like asking about after, like, was it good pizza? It's like you get 4 pizzas for one. But was it good pizza? It's like you get 4 pizzas for one.
Pizza Hotline.
Yes.
Is it good? It's okay.
It's pizza.
I've had worse. Yeah, it's pizza. Like pizza's pizza. No matter what pizza you're eating, it's good
pizza.
pizza.
Domino's is my baseline.
Domino's is my baseline. Domino's. Yeah, and I used to work at Domino's.
You shouldn't go below Domino's.
No. But
you know what? You're not gonna be happy. If you go above,
like 7-Eleven pizza. We forgot to get into the lowbrow. This is where we go to what is an enjoyable thing that's very lowbrow, not expensive. Yeah. Is it good? It's I like Click. I'll eat a can of that shit.
You can get canned chicken.
Like a canned chicken, like the full body. Yes.
Yeah, you got canned chickens. Full canned chickens. Yeah.
Yeah. If I had my lowbrow that I shared with the kids as being a lowbrow food, I was like, kids, you got to try this. Like, I don't know why it's good, but I remember having this. It'd be in the freezer, and you come home from the bar, and it's just like, I'm gonna have some of this.
Yeah.
And it used to come free with a meal.
Okay.
The
deep and ready. Yeah.
McCain deep and delicious.
Yeah.
Is it good?
No, but it's
good.
Delicious.
It's deep and delicious. It's like
there.
It never really freezes.
Yeah.
It never really goes
bad. Thaws. It never goes bad. It's always it's a consistent state.
That icing, which is probably just oil.
Yeah, oil and sugar. That's all it is.
But goddamn, they're good.
Where do you get those?
Freezer section, man.
I haven't bought those forever.
We were camping and they had one in the freezer at the campground at the store. Okay. I'm like, gotta be shit, man. I'm like, kids, mom's not here. You gotta try this.
Do this.
They're like, this is really good. I'm like, somehow it's good. Yeah, you can eat the whole damn thing.
Everyone likes it. I don't know why.
It used to come free with a bucket of chicken.
Yes. Like there's some foods that you look at, like you think Pop-Tarts would be up there, but they're just universally not that good ever.
They were never good, even when they were a new idea. Like, what the hell is this?
Like, this isn't good. Or like Oreos. We bought Oreos a little while ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you don't get a lot anymore.
No. And if I had to go Oreo over its cousin, the Fudgio, I would take the Fudgio.
Can you still get Fudgios?
Yes, you can.
Where? I haven't seen Fudgios.
At the store next to the Oreos.
I never go down the store and check those out anymore. I should go take a look at Fudgios.
They have them, and I'll buy a package of them, and I'll put a couple in their lunches. But no, it's the lowbrow shit. You can enjoy that lowbrow stuff, like Chef Boyardee. Is it good?
Yeah. So like even mac and cheese. You know, like for some reason, mac and cheese is classic. And you can get no-name mac and cheese, but you probably shouldn't.
No. And here's my little hack. And this is, I never told you the story. My mom used to get pissed at me because there'd be mac and cheese in the house.
Yeah.
And I would take the packets of cheese.
Yeah.
Because it's a sauce. It's not a salt. It's a salt, but it's a cheese sauce mix, right?
Yes.
And I would make microwave popcorn and dump it in there and shake it. Bro.
There we go.
Yeah. That is so good. And she'd be like, where the hell is all the cheese from the mac and cheese? Because there's boxes of mac. But
you can buy big things of just that cheese.
At Bulk Barn, I bought some. And we have a container of it. So I said, kids, you got to see this. And it's a tablespoon of that in a bag of microwave popcorn and shake the piss out of it.
Right.
It is so guiltily good. But then we have all this container of the mac powder. I'm like, why the hell would I buy mac and cheese? We have like really good pasta here.
Yeah.
Just make it. Like it's still a splash of milk and some butter. And it makes the sauce.
That's what we do. One day I made, you would like this, you're Ukrainian. Do you like gnocchi?
Yeah.
Okay. So we made mac and cheese out of gnocchi.
Oh.
Yeah.
And my wife is a gluten thing.
There you go. Yeah.
Because gnocchi's made of potato.
Yes. It's like these are pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, God. Good. Dang it. I'm going to make a little treat for the missus.
Yeah.
Like, honey.
She'd love that.
Dress up. I'm making something fancy.
We're taking you out. Get some club.
How fancy? I'm gonna cut some hot dogs in here and really spice it up.
There we go. So pour the water in some wine glasses. Here you go, some hot dog
water. Yeah. No, I think that you could give up some of the shit that is. It's not a need. Like I dread buying a fancy coffee, like $6.95 for a fucking hot drink.
Did I tell you about Vegas?
Yeah, you did, and it's insane. But you're in Vegas. Guess what? You didn't need to be there.
$10 for an Americano. I was like, holy American! Like they're gonna get like that's the thing is you gotta drink coffee, and they don't give you any machines.
An Americano is just a coffee with milk.
No, Americano is 2 shots of espresso or a shot of espresso, depending how strong you want it, with hot water. That's it.
It's just a black coffee.
It's black coffee.
So why don't you just ask for black coffee?
Because it's different.
How?
Well, because typically black coffee is filtered through the drip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where espresso is steamed through. So it's a different flavor and it's a different bean. And there's actually less caffeine in it.
But it's concentrated coffee.
It's concentrated coffee, diluted
but down. You're watering it down.
Yeah. And it's called an Americano because in France, the American GIs couldn't drink the French coffee. It was too strong. So they would water it down.
Right, but what I'm saying is if this is concentrated coffee that now you're watering down, it's now just a cup of coffee.
It's steamed coffee as opposed to drip coffee.
I couldn't taste the difference if you put a gun to my head.
I bet you could.
No, like if you put Coke, Pepsi, and no name whatever next to me, I don't know.
Really?
No, because I don't care. The
Coke is so much better than Pepsi.
Sure, but I drink it with whiskey, so I rarely drink it straight. But here's my thing. Okay, there you go. Would you have no name diet cola in your house? Why?
No.
Why? Why?
Because we used to drink that when I was in Air Cadets.
Oh, here we go. Now you got a Pepsi's better than
Coke. And I was, and it was like, we used to like when we didn't have any money, we would no way. Pepsi is not better. No way. We would buy different brands. Like, was it RC Cola? Was it?
Yeah, RC Cola was good, and that's not an off-brand. It's its own company.
I just didn't like it. And Pepsi, I won't drink Pepsi because I find it confusing now because there's so many types of Pepsi.
Well, here's the thing: when they say that Pepsi is better than Coke or Coke is better than Pepsi, how much of that shit are you drinking?
Well, that's true.
I believe this, that the reason that people like Pepsi over Coke is more tied to the fast food that they ate than the fact that the drink was better. Because Pizza Hut, lots of these places, they're all Pepsi.
Yeah.
They're all Pepsi. I believe McDonald's is the only one that uses Coke.
Well, you know why all those ones use Pepsi?
No.
Because they're owned by Pepsi.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And Pepsi was designed to be a better taste profile than Coke.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually made to be a better taste profile, which is why New Coke came out back in the day. Remember that in the early 80s?
Right.
Which failed, but they kept the recipe and called it Diet Coke.
Okay.
Which is why Coca-Cola, Coke Zero, and Coca-Cola and Coke Zero taste the same.
Right.
But Diet Coke and Coke Zero are entirely different.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right? I give you that. But I think that with, like, I won't drink a full sugar or anything. The only Pepsi products, there's 2 Pepsi products that I believe are better.
Okay.
One is Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
The other one is 7-Up over Sprite, because I
Yeah.
grew up with 7-Up. Sprite
Yeah.
didn't come out till I was older.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember Sprite being a thing.
7-Up was much better. What about Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew is like radiation. Like Mountain Dew, I don't believe you're supposed to drink whatever's in there.
Is Mountain Dew Coke? Is that
Mountain Dew was actually a whiskey mix.
Was it?
It was originally a thing that people used to drink moonshine with.
That makes sense. So
it would sweeten it up.
Yeah.
But Pepsi, would I drink a Pepsi? Sure. What do I buy by habit and habit alone? Coke Zero.
Yeah.
But
you just see how PepsiCo is a huge company, eh?
Of course it is.
Like it is massive. Like the brands that they have. It's like you can find here it is. Here's a PepsiCo brand here of what they have. Like I don't even know what some of the stuff is. But they've got like Ruffles, Quaker, Lipton, Fritos, Sun Chips, Tropicana, Lay's, Brisk, Munchies.
So they got these and they got them over the years, but until then, what you had was the hockey rinks were generally Pepsi.
Yeah.
Your restaurants, fast food were generally Pepsi.
Yeah.
Might have been because Coke had an agreement with McDonald's. So I believe people got used to Pepsi being there. I don't care.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The Pepsi lovers out there, if a case of Pepsi was $12.99 and a case of Coke was $7.99, would you still buy the Pepsi?
Nope. No way.
Like, I don't give a shit. I would just buy whatever's there.
Oh, hey, this is relevant. They actually own Starbucks too.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
No, I think that the hill to die on is never the pop you're drinking. Like, we had Pick-a-Pop back in the day, man.
I miss Pick-a-Pop. Pick-a-Pop, you can still get it. It's still fantastic.
But they used to have you get all the different ones. They had a diet and all this stuff. That's what we had. And you took the bottles back, and it was environmentally friendly and all that shit. But no, I think that the preferences that we have determine the money we're going to spend.
Quite often, yes, I would agree. Yes.
Yeah, I find Coke can be too, and I would, like I only drink it with whiskey. I don't drink it straight. So if I want to
try something really sweet, try and find the Coke made from cane sugar. Whew. And there's a big difference there because now the Coke is made with high fructose corn syrup,
which is
so it doesn't satiate you. You can drink a gallon of that stuff, but if you got a cane sugar Coke, you couldn't get through 500 mLs. You couldn't do it.
No, and there was a time when a glass of Coke was enough. Like the bottles were like 1.5 liters, but the family bottle was like 1.5 liters.
Yeah,
and that would last you guys for a while.
Yeah,
like who the hell can drink 2 liters of pop in a day?
I don't know, but people who are drinking it with the high fructose corn syrup, like if you remember the small glass bottles, like they were what 250 mLs or 355.
Yeah, no, that's the can.
That's a can. Yeah, these were smaller than that.
Yeah,
and
that was enough.
I got cane sugar one once, and I'm drinking it. And I was like, wow, I don't think I could finish this. It's just so filling, satiating, where you can't drink it.
But I think that the junk that we put in, so like the tasty chemicals, as they're called,
tasty chemicals,
chemicals,
delicious.
Yeah, they're delicious, and that's fine. Have it. Could I live the rest of my life without Coke or Pepsi? Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
I could live the rest of my life if it didn't exist. Do I think it should be tremendously more expensive? Yes.
So it's not bad for these things to be expensive.
I think a case of Coke or a case of Pepsi should be like $25 for a 12.
Yeah.
Then you're going to think about it before you buy it again.
Like that's the thing, because it's like I just bought a case of Coke yesterday and it was $8 for a 12-pack.
Remember they were 2 for $8?
Oh God, yes.
That wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago. Like those were the good old days.
79-cent cheeseburgers, man. There was a time.
Good old days. Remember 41 cents a liter, right? 39 cents a liter.
I remember 25 cents a liter because they had a gas war in town.
Yep. Those were good times, right?
Yeah. But you could also buy an electric car and not have to buy the gas. You could also drive a Honda Civic and it's cheap to run. I could have my Fusion and drive that thing. It's the cheapest thing to drive.
Yep.
We could do that, right? But I think that does 25? Yeah, it went down. It was a local gas war. One gas station went down, and then they just kept on back and forth.
You don't get that at all anymore.
No, this is in the 90s too, though, guys. This was in the 90s.
When was the last time we had a gas war?
Probably in the 90s.
Yeah, I remember Winnipeg had one in like we had them when I was in school for massage, so it'd be like 02, 03,
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that stuff anywhere.
We filled up today. We filled up at Falcon because it was 6 cents less than everybody else.
Yeah.
How
much is gas now?
I got it for $1.49 at Falcon. It's $1.55 everywhere else.
That's too bad.
It's going to be $2 a liter this summer. It'll be $2 a liter. My guess will be at $1.80 by the end of April, for sure.
I don't know. I've given up trying to predict these things.
It doesn't matter. You're going to buy it anyway.
That's the thing, right? It's just what it is. Like interest rates didn't go down for mortgages, so that's kind of a bugger.
Yeah, is that a good thing? Not really.
I don't think making money cheaper is necessarily the way out of this.
No, I think what's going to happen is it's going to be cheap for now, and then it's going to be damn near impossible to get credit within 18 months. It's going to be impossible to get, like, unless it's a solid investment, like a house, you're going to be able to get credit. I believe the $100,000 truck is going to be a thing of the past.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah,
it has to be.
And I think that if you have the ability to have credit, or if you have some unsecured shit and you have the ability to get that gone, do it now, because you will not get a chance in 18 months. I have a feeling that they're going to say, no, you're not borrowing anymore. You can borrow for a house, and even student loans are going to be hard to get because there's no guarantee you're going to get work out of it.
Student loans are an interesting beast, though, because they are definitely an interesting beast.
Yep.
So there's a different credit. I was watching a show about that. I can't remember it, but it was talking about, why is it if you want to start a business for $50,000, they'll never lend it to you, but a student can get $150,000.
Yeah, it's really hard to get money for a business, and it's a bitch. But if you have a good business plan, they'll do it.
No, they won't.
What?
Nope.
Even BDC?
No, it's hard. It's really hard. When we did our business on downtown, right? I went in with a business plan. I went in with staff, with on contract, new staff, guaranteed income for 5 years. I had letters of references from people in the business community. Okay, and I also came in with a grant for 10 years or 10 months of rent abatement.
Really?
And they said no. I had to get a cosign. I asked for $55,000. So
Louis Riel turned me down for business grants because I had too much personal savings. Oh, so you're doing too well. I guess if you don't need the money, they don't have to give you the money. There's that.
Oh, that Louis Riel, I tell you.
Right?
Yeah.
Does diesel burn less than gas? Pulver's asking me a vehicle thing.
Yeah.
Here's the difference between a diesel truck and a gas, like my 3/4 ton and a 1/2 ton truck. In town, it's burning as shitty as a gas does. Okay. On the highway, because it doesn't rev up at all, my loaded diesel with a big fifth wheel on it is going to get about the same mileage as your empty 1/2 ton.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's right.
And a diesel car, on the other hand, phenomenal on fuel. Like my dad had a Jetta and a Passat, and those things, like 1,500 kilometers out of a tank. It was insane.
Yeah, they're stupid. They're hard to find now.
Yeah, I would drive a Volkswagen. Yeah, they're a beautiful car.
Oh, they're a great vehicle. Yeah.
But
we never got a dealership here. But what do you do?
I don't know. I think that we it's choices, guys. We can make choices. We can blow money on bullshit and then be pissed off that we don't have any money, or live cheap and weather the storm and don't expect anybody to bail your ass out.
Well, that's the thing. There's a storm coming. It's going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. But
it's the reality. I think that we just need to settle in our seats for a minute.
Yep, and stop spending so much.
Talk about, how I like to find shit for like nothing or close to nothing.
Yep.
We'll close off with this. I have a buddy up at the campground.
Like free? Is that what you're saying? You like free?
I like free. I have a buddy who at the campground. Remember that gas powered picnic table that he built?
I remember you mentioned that. Yeah,
he did that, and then he just built a those MetaChairs,
right?
Okay, yeah. He found one of those somehow somewhere, and he made a motorized recliner, like a lazy boy, to cruise around at the campground.
Nice.
And yesterday I had a client in, and he's like, "Dude, I've got 2 of those. You want them?"
No, yeah.
Nothing. Just get them out of my garage. I'm like, "Do they run?" He goes, "Yeah, they're actually really good." So we're gonna turn those into lazy boy recline, like
nice
something to cruise around the campground with. Why not?
You should do some jousting.
Oh yes, we should do some jousting.
Just
how do you make a? What's the thing called that you hold?
It's a lance.
It's
hello.
It's a lance. Tell me that's from something.
That's from something. Yes,
it's a lance
from A Knight's Tale.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called a lance. Hello.
Well, on that note, I got some craft work to do and some.
We got to get some work done on that one. Then.
Yeah, let's call it.
Close it up here. Yeah, 10 o'clock. I've got to get to bed. I work in the morning, same as you.
You're not doing a 4-day week? Come on.
No, I do 6-day week usually. So
yeah, I'm 6 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, have a really great weekend. There's the eGames Expo thing happening, or the Econ happening at the Keystone this weekend. So I'm going to take the kids on Sunday.
What's that?
It's like a convention for gaming.
Really?
Yeah. So
news to me.
Yeah.
eGames, eh?
Econ, I think it's called.
Econ.
Whatever it is. Brandon Gamers. But the kids want to go, so we're going to go to that. So there are things happening that don't cost a lot. It's like $3 for kids.
Yeah.
And
PrairieCon?
Maybe
that's PrairieCon. That's not.
I don't know what it's called. All I know is I'm going there.
So here it is. No, that's not it. I'm curious of what this is. I'm going to take a look. So.
Okay, guys, have a really great weekend, and hey, appreciate the things you have, and don't worry about the shit that you don't.
Yeah, or just buy cheaper stuff. One of the two.
Buy cheaper stuff. Giant Tiger, man. You can save a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Okay. Have a good night.
Enjoy your weekend, guys. Bye-bye.